is live, so
Stop saying slurs.
stop saying slurs.
I will never stop.
All right, and
Okay.
that's what you have to do with Malta.
Hello.
You just can't have it anymore.
All right.
Welcome to the Turbo.
Okay. If you're listening to this, someone follow on their phone. We're doing lo-fi. We're flying by the seat of our pants here. Let us know how the audio sounds. We're doing our best.
I will read our imbecilic chat.
This thing is like getting waterboarded. Like you can't stop it from.
So where did this? What's the origin story here?
Someone ordered a bunch of them.
Yeah, it seems like they would have to be longer, otherwise you.
If you get drowned, you're drowned with beer.
Oh, I'm sorry. Or worst way to see
Okay.
that.
I'm gonna unmute this.
To the street?
So we need to.
Yeah, just twitch.tv/Chapo Trap House.
I just read.
Oh, we got Axelrod.
What he's trying to do relative to the affordable
Old
care.
family friend.
You could try and refocus, if you were one of the other candidates, on the real.
We are apparently we're looking good and people love the hat, Matt. So
I'm surprised. That was a
we're off to a good start.
My back hurts.
Been
Been out for 5 hours. I don't know. I'm just like too good of an athlete. My body can't witstand the limits that I push. You know, all the bullshit they're going to talk about tonight. There are still people in prison for using nature's cure, fentanyl, that I can't use for my back right now when I'm in pain, sacrificing myself.
All right, we're about
No,
15.
dumbass.
We're about 15 minutes out from game time. Let's take this chance to introduce our special guest, Liz Bruning, now of the New York Times, the #1 paper from the #1 city in the world.
Thank you so much.
Welcome to the Big Apple.
Glad to be on the show. Big Apple.
You were our, I think, second or third guest on the show. You were on episode 5 or 6, I think. Episode 5.
Yeah, good times. It was, still like done over an old timey phone.
Yeah, it sounded like shit. Everyone hated it.
You're broadcasting from the bottom of the toilet.
Yeah.
Now we're back, broadcasting in 166p at 12 frames a second. Let's do it, baby.
Let us know if you can hear us, though. I'd like to know, or maybe I don't want to know. You can just watch us.
It would be funny if we
watch
just
us.
did this for like 2 hours.
Yeah, and no one heard it. We also have Catherine Krieger.
They can hear us.
She's off screen right now. But also coming by later are going to be Lost Brother Brendan James and former debate show guest Noah Coleman. And then also Virgil Texas, who said he was here 15 minutes ago.
Oh, the stars are here.
Did you order him his sub?
Yeah, I did get him his sub.
did?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, he's eating healthy. He's
No,
getting his
he
healthy.
asked for a meatball sub and a salad, so he's eating.
Good.
10 months.
Yeah, people say he is ice cold.
Could you do some sound effects from the hat? Not only is this a beer hat, it has a sound effect.
There's a whole bunch of sound effects on this.
Highlighting once again the sort of philosophical differences.
Yeah, dog park. Dog park.
This is a really important.
Okay, TV too loud. Can't hear Matt.
Well, that's a problem.
Yeah.
Alright.
I feel like because the TV is next to your thing.
Yeah.
We could also
Yeah. Okay.
Move the TV up.
Matt has
move the couch up. Just get closer to the whole thing.
Yeah, we should move the
And
couch.
turn the TV down.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We can also move the TV farther away from the thingy. Just like that.
Nothing. Matt, if you that's like a
There you go.
night vision like heads up display for German SWAT officers. Is that hot? You just play sound effects and
If
gives
you're,
you
if you're
gear.
in the Bundestag.
Yeah.
What's the
Yeah.
Wi-Fi?
If you're in GSG 9.
It's on the router in the closet.
You don't want to read it? Oh,
No,
God.
yeah.
Yeah.
Can I leave this vulnerable
Yeah,
to,
stealing our Wi-Fi.
So,
All right, Phyllis, what's the chat saying about the sound?
I'm a stupid little pig. I'm dumb as fuck.
You don't like
I
the
can
sound
hear
even
you.
when Chris is
I'm
here.
stupid. I deserve to be in prison. Want to
That
go to
does sound
hell.
like that.
I deserve to go to hell. No, but they say the sound's good. Okay, we've got an I'm dumb. Let's hear it for that person. I'm a little piggy boy. That's true.
I'm hoping to use the.
Good audio, clean the lens. No, I'm like, I'm gonna tell you guys right now. I forgot to wash my face today. We're using the Vaseline lens.
We're using the
It is a little Vaseline, actually.
I'm planning on using the squeal tire sound effect for any
I gotta say, I was
cringe-inducing
kind of
quotes.
dreading this. I was like, just gonna.
All right, Matt, can we test it out?
But after another day of backlash, I'm like, no, this is gonna be fine.
All right, Matt.
Fucking Bernie Warren.
I wanna.
President thing.
Oh, yeah, but she's a lying liar that lied.
Yep.
Hold on, we're gonna
She can
test.
say it. She's a woman.
Yep.
We're gonna test Matt's sound effect hat. Okay.
So post some vocal.
And also, like,
Okay,
it already
cringe,
backfired
cringe,
to the
alright.
point
It
where.
backfired almost immediately.
Yeah.
Now we've had
I wanna-
another day of
Yeah.
backlash, so I'm like, this is fine.
Well, someone had a good point though, and it's that, okay, so the problem with Warren is that she immediately backed down from her lies because she sort of has to convince herself that she believes it, and when people are like, no, Liz, that's not true, she backs down. If it was Klobuchar or Hillary, they would have just been like, Bernie Sanders raped me, and would have ran with it.
What did we say about Hillary last time we were talking? No, not Hillary. Warren, as a candidate, politics aside, is all of the cringe of Hillary,
None of the strength.
none of the ruthlessness.
Right. Yeah. And what have I always said about Warren? 10 out of 10 Barstool Smoke Show.
You said that about Klobuchar, Felix.
Both. You can have 2 smoke shows that you don't agree with. But
One is Barstool Smoke Show of the Week for this week. One is Smoke Show of the Week the following.
yeah, that's right.
So we'll test this out. So,
Yeah. I have to say cringe.
Say some cringe.
I want to vibe on Ben Shapiro's epic wiener. Nice, dude. Good reflexes. Good comms. Good shit. Good shit, man.
All right.
That's the cringe sounds.
That's the cringe sound.
Yeah.
So basically, every time Amy Klobuchar says anything.
Okay, when Joe Biden starts talking, can we hear the woofing sound though? All right, I'm gonna need to turn this up.
I feel like whenever Joe Biden closes his eyes, he just hears a dog barking. He's just, I want to see a Terrence Malick movie about Joe Biden like trying to go to the store. He's just remembering everything that's happened to his
It's
life.
shot like
Yeah, like Tree of
the
Life.
Tree of Life.
Yeah, and just every memory is just like a different segregated swimming pool that he had an altercation
And
in.
then a whole bunch of women in
Sorry,
like June Cleaver dresses.
Yeah.
The new Terrence Malick movie that's out right now is actually about Biden. It's called A Hidden Set of Keys. Yeah, for those of you who know, the new movie is called A Hidden List.
Nice.
Sorry.
Nice.
Sorry.
I see where you're going.
Do the cringe
with
sound
that.
effect now. There we go.
Okay.
He's posting cringe.
You're supposed to some cringe.
Yeah, but can we trust you enough to do that for yourself?
Felix, are you drinking a diet Coke and a Sprite at the same time?
No. What I'm drinking is a classic Coke Zero for men. And a unflavored
He's drinking a tab and smoking a Virginia Slim.
I'm not actually. Those are for
Coke Zero is for girls.
No,
Everyone
both of
knows
them.
this.
You've come a long way, baby.
A lot of people are trying to make it sound like I'm a girl, and that's frankly not true. Frankly, a man.
I think you might be a girl.
No, I'm not actually. I'm not.
I'm gonna need a fact check on
It's
that.
crazy because I'm the opposite of a girl.
Okay.
I'm getting a report that you're a girl.
Can I just
Not true.
I would improve audio for fuck's sake. Echo, echo, echo.
Suck my dick.
Drink pee, big pee pee
Listen,
pee
you
pee.
don't know any better.
We're doing this off an iPhone, okay?
Here's your money back.
If you are the Turkish
Clean the
cyber
lens.
army-
Oh!
How's this going?
Good.
Audio delayed, video quality fucked. Worst stream ever.
All right, that's what I like to hear, baby. That's what I like to hear.
I mean, I don't
You're wearing the jacket.
I mean, this was definitely going to happen the second you put the thing in the chat. I'm like, this is definitely not going to work. And it's free, so they can fuck off.
It's working.
I think you guys should pull the table closer, or no, just put the couch closer.
And we won't
Couch
fit.
Oh, in the frame.
Yeah.
You guys can sit a little friendly.
We're RPC is coming soon, so we will be able to read chat on that next time we stream
We
from an
can
iPhone.
move the microphone closer.
Okay.
Thank you to Jake Troth, who's
Frankly,
DM'd me
this
to
is
say Twitch
Felix's
stream looks and sounds great. Thank you, Jake.
Because he's the internet.
No, I'm not actually. I'm more of a student. I'm more of a student athlete, citizen soldier.
It's really hard to, and like, Virgil, could you watch it on your phone in the hallway?
Fuck.
Tell me how it sounds.
I'm not seeing.
We
the-
can
the
use
thing
a laptop.
Are you on?
Yeah, we're live now.
Ah, it's our boy! It's our boy!
Probably should have told you that.
Oh yeah.
There it is!
The
There it is.
future president of the United States,
Did
next
Joe
to
just
Bernie
kiss him?
Sanders.
Did Joe Biden just kiss him?
Yes, he did.
They
Joe
love
Biden.
purple. They love. Have you noticed
People-
how much purple? has
Yeah, it's a
been-
royal color.
They've been greasing it up.
I'm gonna try to move.
No.
Okay, we know.
Come on. Come on.
Okay, well, Felix, switch with Amber.
Fucking people watch.
Okay, what should I do?
That's 20
Is that booty check? Did he get his head shaved?
They gave him the Gattaca height surgery. He's now 5'9" instead of 5'8". The most demonic height.
Hey! What is this jacket? What is this? Hey! Look at this light beach jacket. Bring it on the stream. Bring it on the stream. Show them.
Oh yeah, we're live right now, so.
We could probably fit someone else
I'm
on
not
the
gonna
couch.
roast the jacket until we're off stream.
You
but
look
you're
good. You look good.
I'm preparing the roast mentally.
Brendan got, for those of you who didn't see, Brendan got Dan Quinn's cool jacket that only fighters can wear from the famous video.
Brendan is being styled by Brandon Wardell today.
Yeah,
You want a beer?
Yeah.
let's go, baby.
Let's do it, guys.
Look at all them. Wow, Klobuchar on the Warrior Red.
Solid.
Klobuchar looks perfect. Mayor Pete looks like a disgusting rat.
I have to say, Klobuchar looks much more powerful than Elizabeth Warren. I hate to pit two women against
Have
each
you
other.
literally said it? That's why we're absolutely powerful.
Amy looks so fucking alpha tonight. Holy
What was
shit.
she?
Show me Amy.
Valkyrie.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Did Mayor Pete get microblading?
If that's
Yeah, Mayor Pete went to a barber shop to try to repair his
Like all friends
relations.
and family.
With the
Friends and
community.
family sale.
Everyone hated him and gave him a child's haircut. He looks like trash. Nice shiny head. Oh my god, he's fucking sweating brill cream. Little freak.
He's got like 6th grade hair. It's like slicked
Yeah.
down into
But the
points.
eyebrows are
It's
very
photo
dark.
day.
Let's put it.
I want to stop seeing David Axelrod.
David Axelrod.
Yeah.
Wait, what the fuck did you?
When you drink this, there's no real way to stop it. So
I
you
thought it was a
basically-
sound effect.
You basically get waterboarded.
They can
In
hear
a way it is.
Okay, they can hear everything. Also, Matt, you and I should switch. Because you are tall and wearing a fucking hat.
No.
No, you're ahead. You're still ahead over me, but I can see you right there.
Matt has an
You are not looking at the feed. Did not understand
There
that.
it is.
You are not looking at the feed.
All right, now I'm moving the feed.
I was just looking at the feed to do the
How
sound.
about I look at your feed?
Virgil, would you like to switch with me?
Let's have the chat vote.
The point of this, as you all know, is match me.
You're right there. You're the middle of the frame. You're Jesus in the Last Supper, for Christ's sake.
You're by your hat.
The hat stays.
Look, the seating will evolve as the night goes
Yeah,
on.
no, I mean Lauren is tuning into this stream and he's gonna make sure he sees every one of us and one of us will get called up.
Did you say
specifically.
Lauren?
Yes, Lauren is watching the stream. So it's important for all of us to be in the frame.
Yeah, they can hear all of us.
It should have an issue hearing our voices.
Take it.
You should have an issue hearing our voices in the room.
You're safe.
Okay, alright.
Do you want yourself, Virgil?
Someone, Virgil, they want you to sit on the floor in
What's
front
with
of the
the jewel?
couch.
Deck it out?
Oh,
Yeah, you
totally.
got the blink.
I haven't seen that. Well, that's very cool.
All right.
Oh, legit.
The fans are telling you to sit on the floor.
Yes.
Okay.
Very good. I like
They're
it.
perfect.
Alright.
Categorically
Oh, the
perfect.
floor fetish community is active.
Real quick, guys. We got 2 minutes before the debate starts. Obviously, the thing on everyone's mind:
Everyone.
Warren, Sanders. Are they going to ask Warren about
Are
what
they gonna
happened?
kiss?
Are they going to? Okay, what's going to happen? I would say Warren is going to slightly back off, and Bernie
Oh,
is
she's
going
back
to.
off.
Bernie is going to not apologize, but he will graciously acknowledge it and then move on and just say, "But this is not about what the campaign."
Yeah.
We'll try to make it as small as possible, which I think is the smart thing for him to do.
Yeah.
He will look.
He's
Competent.
the bigger man.
Warren.
And she's
yeah.
gonna have to backtrack and eat shit because she overplayed her hand.
Yes.
Hopefully it'll allow Bernie to do what he needs to do, which is go after Biden on his fucking record.
Yeah.
I have heard whispers from inside the Biden camp that Joseph Biden plans to kiss Bernie Sanders on the lips if he is attacked. A self-defense kiss against the senator from Vermont. The first kiss like this Joe Biden has deployed on a man. Excited to see it.
Can I get a couple more beers?
No, all of you.
I gotta reload.
Anyone else?
I would like a beer, please.
Yep.
I should have fucking brought that sulfidine. My back feels like shit.
I have no idea. Will, is there water?
Yes, they're in a separate bag by the refrigerator.
Dad?
There are glass bottles in that plastic bag now.
They're saying that Virgil should sit in Matt's lap.
Oh yeah, I'm also hearing
I
that.
was gonna do it. Rachel should lick a giant lollipop.
I'm hearing that Matt should chew up a piece of pizza and regurgitate it from Virgil. Like a bird. Yes, exactly.
I'm hearing that Will's parents dressed him like a Victorian girl until he was 8 years old. And it didn't work him at all.
Oh, yeah, not bad.
30 seconds.
David Axelrod needs his fucking mustache back.
He really does. He really does.
Or at least he can like wear a hat or some shit.
She's doing it.
Thank you for the sub. I missed your name.
Okay, just
Sorry.
pass it to Will. Matt, you're stomach.
Beer.
Okay, out of beer. Should we
Liz,
get
are you
more?
I'm
We
good.
need more.
Yeah,
Out of beer.
There's a delivery service you can order.
We should order more. All right.
Utter chaos.
This is a shambles. This is a shambles.
So then, Chris, we're running out of toilet paper.
I can't wait till we all
Without
perish.
Chris, it's Lord of the Flies. We all know this.
Right?
Yeah. And that book was about ways that boys can be cool.
That book was
No.
about Duke's Rock.
Okay, Chris is not walking through the door.
What if Dude's Rocket was not going
Who are these other two people
Wow.
with
His friends. Who else would they be? Pals.
Alright, I do not care for her last name.
First votes of the 2020 presidential campaign. The Iowa
Oh,
caucus.
is she like a Dan from Pfeiffer?
Virgil dresses
Yeah, she's
like
like
Harry
Harry Potter,
Potter.
but there's like
Oh.
12
Have you
and
seen
there's a
Harry
French
Potter?
accent.
Fucking
Questions, 45 seconds for response.
Wolf
I just thought it was
Blitzer.
pretentious.
Wolf Blitzer, former Apex spokesman.
I've got Bernie to win the toss. First question on Warren's press release.
Klobuchar points. All right, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Wait.
Because reignited the debate over America's role in the world.
Oh, first question about Soleimani.
Is desperate.
Oh, everybody that's watching this here, Virgil just lost $500,000.
It's your $500,000 too.
This is our uncut gems.
There you go.
This is what Virgil Butler.
First question to Bernie.
I think my record
Because he's
speaks
from-
for that, Wolf.
Record.
In 2002, when the Congress was debating whether or not we go into a war in Iraq, invade Iraq, I got up on the floor of the House and I said that would be a disaster. It would lead to unprecedented levels of chaos in the region. And I not only voted against the war, I helped lead the effort against that war.
Wow.
Just last year, I helped, for the first time in the modern history of this country, pass a War Powers Act resolution working with a conservative Republican, Mike Lee of Utah, which said that the war in Yemen, led by Saudi Arabia, was unconstitutional because Congress had not authorized it. We got a majority vote in the Senate. We got a majority vote in the House. Unfortunately, Bush vetoed that, and that horrific war continues. I am able
Was
to
it
work
Bush?
with Republicans. I am able to bring people
Same with
together
the old one.
to try to
The latest
create
news is
a
that they do
world
have the votes
where we
passed the
solve
Senate, but they won't
conflicts
now.
over the negotiating table, not through military efforts.
He said Bush, not Trump.
Vice President Biden, you talk a lot about
Yeah, he was talking about an old Ross.
Some of your
Yeah.
competitors have taken issue with that experience, questioning your judgment.
He's got
Wait,
that
here we go.
hen dog look.
You know, he's been through a lot.
Why
Here's
are
the
you
deal.
the best prepared person on this stage to be commander-in-chief?
I said 13 years ago it was a mistake to give the president the authority to
Go to a pool hall where there's some tough guys. You know, you park your car out front, you better double lock it, Jack. And, you know, when you're in a tough neighborhood like Iran, a lot of those guys, they got a windbreaker on, and the way they comb their hair leaves no doubt in your mind that what you're looking at is what you're seeing. So I would go up to him, look him in the eyes, and say, hey, pal, why don't you go give me a kiss? If you're gonna give me a kiss, why don't you pat me on the back? Because if you're the type of son of a bitch to give a fella a kiss, turn around, badmouth him to his friends, what are you gonna say to your friends?
And that's why I do it very, very comfortably. That's
And
why
I would love to help you build your porch. But you're always throwing your cans where they ought not need to be, okay? There was a fella around here, he had the loudest lawnmower. Shut up!
Oh, come on, close captions are more fun.
He had the loudest lawnmower in town. People used to say, well, Joe Pragus with the loud lawnmower.
Vice President Biden's vote on the Iraq War, but you recently acknowledged that your vote to authorize the war in Afghanistan was also a mistake. So you both acknowledge mistakes. Why should the American people trust your judgment?
Yep, they're both equally bad.
There's a little bit of difference. On that particular vote, every single member of the House, including myself, voted for it. Only Barbara Lee voted against it. But what I understood
Barbara Lee agreed.
from right away in terms of the war in Iraq, the difference here is that the war in Iraq turned out to be the worst foreign policy blunder in the modern history of this country. As Joe well knows, we lost 4,500 brave troops. Hundreds of thousands of Iraqis died. We have spent trillions of dollars on that endless war, money which should go into healthcare and education and infrastructure in this country. Joe and I listened to what Dick Cheney and George Bush and Roosevelt had to say. I thought they were lying. I didn't believe them for a moment. I took to the floor. I did everything I could to prevent that war. Joe saw it differently.
Vice President Biden.
I was asked to bring 156,000 troops home from that war, which I did. I led that effort.
And 10 years later,
156,000 moving up the
And they said, Joe, you can't do this in one trip. And I said, you don't know it's not my station wagon. The thing was, I won that station wagon off of a Portuguese. They love station wagons, not as much as I love winning.
Senator Klobuchar, you publicly questioned Mayor
don't worry
Buttigieg's
yet.
experience.
Wow, I love that.
Oh my God!
Look at that.
Biden.
She is looking, she looks like a haunted antique doll. She's from Minnesota,
The U.S.
so.
Naval Intelligence
Yeah,
Officer.
she looks like if Annabelle grew up.
Thank you, Will. And I've been very clear that I respect the mayor's experience very
Her
much.
hair is vibrating again.
I just have different experience. I've been in the U.S. Senate for over 12 years. And I think what we want from the president is someone who has dealt with these life and death issues and who has made decisions.
Yeah, there you go.
Literally vibing.
My
She
position
should just shave her fucking head. The only way that's not going to happen is if she just shows up
for
bald.
that vote, but I opposed that vote from the very beginning. In my first campaign for Senate, I ran as a Republican.
They're saying Felix is secretly Portuguese.
But I stood my
Alright,
ground.
that's
When I
TOS
got to
to
the
say
Senate, to bring our troops home. Then I have dealt with every issue from Afghanistan
gonna show up
to
to-
keeping our
Literally,
troops
that
with
is-
good health care after what we saw.
It's very
with
distracting.
Walter Reed,
That's a lot of
and being
blood.
part of an effort to improve the situation for our troops.
The
brows are very
with her
pretty,
education.
If she
and
makes it
with
to the
their
next
jobs,
debate, she's
and
going to show up
also,
shaved
with
like
their health care.
Charlize Theron.
I think right now what we should be talking about, though, is what
I don't
is
know.
happening
I think
right
she's,
now
this is her
with
attempt to
Donald
soften
Trump.
her image.
Donald Trump
I think
is
she's
going
gonna
to
get
Trump
like a
out
big
for
like Betty
another
Davis
war.
fake eyelash.
We have a very important resolution.
Look how much those are vibrant. Like, she's so full of fucking
She's
rage.
gonna come out like whatever happened to
and say
Baby
you
Jane.
must have an authorization of military force if you're going to go to war with
That is so
Iran.
much blood.
That
She's
is
very
so
healthily
important.
flushed.
We have a situation where he got us out of the Iranian nuclear agreement, something I worked on for a significant period of time. As president, I will give
brows
back to
also
you that
very
agreement. I
sharp
will take an oath
Yes.
to protect and defend.
brows
I
are
have
very
weak
strong.
brows too. I understand.
I-
But like you gotta know.
Can I repeat something my sister said about Klobuchar?
Yes.
My sister Lucy says in the family group chat, Klobuchar looks like a painting of a founding father. She rules.
On the authorization after 9/11, on the war in Iraq. And there are people now old enough to enlist who were
He
not
has
alive.
also had
Like
sex
me,
already.
like me.
The next president is going to be confronted with national
She got a
security
day
challenges,
haircut.
different
So
in scope
obvious.
and in kind. from anything we've seen before.
I went to the barber shop from the movie Barbershop.
Not just stateless terrorism, but cybersecurity challenges, climate challenges, foreign interference in our elections. It's going to take a view to the future as well as the readiness to learn from the lessons of the past, and for me, those lessons of the past.
All right, okay.
The lesson I learned from the past was join the military in 2009.
All right, Pete, you've made it into the National Honor Society. You worked that.
To leave the military is more of a weakness than a strength of yours. Why are you best prepared to be commander-in-chief?
I believe the principal job of the commander-in-chief is to keep America safe. And I think that's about judgment. I think it starts with knowing our military. I sit on the Senate Armed Services Committee. I work with our generals, with our military.
Voted for Trump's military budget.
But I also visit our troops. I visit our troops around the world. I've been to Afghanistan.
USO tours.
I bet they love that. I bet they love it.
You're actually on the helicopter with Louis in that episode.
Liz did a really dirty set with Jim Norton in Baghdad.
Her and Jeffrey Ross.
Yeah.
Financial institutions.
And I said, I give him a pick sock.
Who are in the military, and I know how much our military can sacrifice. But I also know that we have to think about.
Honestly, I'm having trouble like when I see her face not having the response. Like, you know, Carol King's character in The Princess Bride? Screams liars. Like, that's what's going on in my head right now.
Defense industry and the Department of Defense and the Pentagon. That is corruption, pure and simple. We need to block that revolving door, and we need to cut our defense budget. We need to depend on all of our tools. Diplomatic, economic, working with our allies, and not let the defense industry call the shots.
Mr. Steyer, you worked in finance for decades.
Oh, I love his
never
blood
held
tie.
elected office.
I do love he dresses like a rich person's Scottish terrier.
To serve as commander-in-chief.
He looks like an overgrown, like, private school kid. Like, that's his private school uniform.
I
He has
traveled.
progeria.
He is aged. He's literally aged 20 years in the past week.
You know what? He's
And you asked,
Like,
what
I
is
think
the
Klobuchar
reason
is hotter.
the experience?
He's the podlings in Dark Crystal when they have their engines sucked up.
He's got the vagina neck. That's the real one.
Those divorce lawyers are taking for a ride. Look at his fucking skin. This guy needs to take a fucking bath with Vaseline.
He has a vulva over his Adam's apple.
He looked better last debate. He looked 10 times better last debate.
I'm telling you, he's wearing podlings.
I don't know. He's always looked like a...
Sucked out by the Dark Crystal.
His wife found Rhea on his phone. It made him feel like
Oakland, California, who
He
served against the original.
always, he always looks like a melted
only
candle to
person
me.
in Congress. So I would say to you this.
He is a Wojak of himself.
Looking
He's
at
got
this
that camel toe
and actually
but
dealing
not
with
good.
I'm surprised
the
they
problems
did
as they are.
Tom Steyer odd, yes.
I agree with.
Yeah, if they're rebroadcasting this in Japan, it's next.
We can spend in the other parts of the budget, and it's time for someone from the outside to have a strategic view about what we're trying to do and how to do it.
Senator Sanders.
Did he get throat cancer
in
like
the
last
wake of the
night?
Iran crisis, Iran's Ayatollah Khamenei has been
Knocked it out of the park! Knocked it out of the park, Wolf.
called for as well.
Yeah, Wolf Blitzer went to Barcelona last year with his gap year.
terror across the Middle East and indeed around the world.
APAC spokesman right there.
Yes.
I don't want him to die, but that's
Before
He's got the APAC loud pack.
Let me tell you something else. And that is, and I don't know if my colleagues here will agree with me or not, maybe they will. But what we have to face as a nation is that the two great foreign policy disasters of our lifetimes, the war in Vietnam and the war in Iraq. Both of those wars were based on lies.
Speak on it.
Church.
And right now, what I fear very much is we have a president who is lying again.
Oh, God.
And could drag us
Just
into a
really
war that is even worse than the war in Iraq. To answer your question, what we need to do is have an international coalition.
That is a hell of a question.
We cannot keep acting
That
unilaterally.
He's murdering
As
the
you know,
game so far.
The nuclear deal with Iran was
Prevent ISIS from originating. It was true. You know who defeated ISIS in Iraq was Iran.
Yeah.
So maybe we should work with them to fucking make sure that doesn't happen again. Because they have a good fucking interest in that not happening. So.
I mean, considering
Wisdom.
the nuclear agreement with Iran, bringing together the rest of the world, including some of the folks.
Oh, he didn't take his Dexies. This is a nightmare. He's
And
not on his Dexies.
held tightly. There was no movement on the part of the Iranian government to get close to a nuclear weapon. And look what's happened. He went ahead, and it was predictable from the day he pulled out of the agreement, Trump, what exactly happened. We're in a situation
Oh, you
where
call it
our
good
allies
catch,
in
Joe.
Europe are making a comparison between the United States and Iran, saying both ought to stand down, making a moral equivalence. We have lost our standing in the region. We have lost the support of our allies. The next president
He's
has
not
to
like
Wait, why did that happen
pull
again,
those
Joe?
folks back together, re-establish our alliances, and insist that Iran go back into the agreement.
Why would
which
they?
I believe with the pressure applied, as we put on before, we can get done.
So just to be clear,
That sentence really fell off the rails at the end. I think he said we can apply it with the pressure we applied that we need to get done. Nailed it.
Controlling the Gulf, where we
There's
are
like an
now.
adrenochrome
Small-
shortage that's affecting
I'm
him
telling you,
and dire.
there's no coincidence Epstein goes away and these guys are brain start spazzing out.
To deal with ISIS.
The hookup is gone, the plug.
Yeah, they ran off on the
They
plug.
ran off on the plug.
And started this whole process.
Are you saying they're having
What's
fits?
happening? ISIS is going to be
Just smashing that gas sheet.
Well, see, I'm
Americans have to.
And then there was another kid in town. He fell into a wood chipper. And the thing was, the school district didn't want to pay for the funeral, and I said, "Well, we're not going to do the charity bocce ball event." And he said, "Well, we always let you win anyway, Joe." And I said, "Then why'd you try so hard?"
But not in the level that Donald Trump is taking us
Rubbing,
right now.
she is rubbing.
Afghanistan, I have long wanted to bring our troops home. I would do that.
Bullshit.
Some of them
Yeah.
for counter.
You little Saddam did, like execute his colonels for retreating in the face of
I
artillery
think
fire.
it made
Amy would
our
make the
allies
troops
and many
execute
others
each other
much
for
more
dishonoring.
vulnerable.
Amy is a descendant of the officers who Kaz and Glory who shelled their own troops.
Yes.
Despite the mess that has been.
Amy's
created by
her
Donald Trump.
DNC would be so
That
awesome. It would be like in House of Saddam when he takes control of the Mass Party and he makes people execute each other. She makes like Tom Perez kills Harry Nicole.
What their alternatives were.
I'd like to know that Wolf Blitzer leading this debate is kicking off the APAC approved question.
Yeah. What are we gonna do about Israel? I mean, Iran.
Man, only I can do that voice. Oh, we're being joined on the debate stream by
tropes in front of me, please.
we're being joined on the debate stream by Alan Dershowitz. First of all,
And Ian Fidesz.
they were on the Puglia show together. That's awesome.
Troops in the Middle
That's
East,
owned.
bring them out.
No, I think we need to get our combat troops out. You know, we
Leave our
have to
intelligence
stop
troops
this
there.
mindset that we
Pete, you can go back.
Yeah.
Our military is
Send,
the
you know,
finest
send
military
Pete back
on
to
earth.
the Middle
And
East.
If he was the only guy we had over there, that would be awesome.
Our man in
We
Baghdad.
should stop asking
you
our
take care of it,
military to
Pete.
solve problems.
Just doing a
that
PowerPoint
cannot
presentation to
be
the Mahdi
solved
army
militarily.
about why they shouldn't attack American
I'll give her this. She has mastered the soft TV makeup.
We need to use our
She
economic
looks great.
tools.
The
We
bridge
need
looks
to
great.
use our diplomatic
The
tools.
line
This is the second time Elizabeth Warren has started talking about
For
tools.
example.
She
We're
loves
talking
having the
about 5
tools.
more years, 10 more years.
I'm
Should
impressed by this because what we're talking about is what is she going to say?
Are we out?
Yeah.
No one
What is she going to say
is.
about this issue that's not her issue? She found a way to turn it into a reform thing.
They are not helping create more security. in the
She
United
put it into her.
States.
Well, Joe, what's going on, buddy?
I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
There's going to
Tell
be
you
a
what.
Where do we
compact
order
to
more
put
beer
special forces in the position. I was part of a coalition that put together 68 countries
Where's the
to
brochure?
deal with stateless terror as well as failed states. Not us alone, 68 other countries. That's how we were able to.
If only there was one more. If only there was one more.
No, we're the
They'll
69.
come back if we do not.
And I was the first guy in Delaware to do the 69 thing. Was a total accident. Miss Ann Chambers, the prettiest gal at the Whirlpool factory. She was the floor manager of all the other gals there. They put the pipe
We can
fittings in.
continue to remain engaged.
You've gotten too good at channeling Biden.
I love it. It's so
What's
fun.
going on right now?
It's so
is the
fun.
president's
As
actually
I said
sending
before, Daniel Day
very
is Jewish.
It's just, he's the most fun guy to be.
You are so method. When
I'm-
you can't decide what you're going to, what character you're going to pursue, then the character comes to you.
I guess I should have been a theater kid. I'm glad I didn't. But like, I should
I
have.
mean, functionally, we're all failed theater.
Yeah, kinda.
As we walked away, and his 1.5-year-old boy was toddling after her. Turning back and scooping him up. And it took all the strength he had not to turn around and look at his boy one more time.
Despicable.
Why? It's like he's reading from the Christmas shoes. I hate his fucking voice.
Toddler has to go
But
back
that
to
will
the
never happen.
I had to watch the toddlers be grabbed by Neptune.
I have to watch all the toddlers be taken away by my donors. Severity.
People have no health care or uninsured, underinsured. You got 500,000 people sleeping out on the streets tonight. The American people are sick and tired of endless wars which have cost us trillions of dollars. Our job is to build
It's so carbonated.
make sure that we have the capability of bringing the world together to resolve international conflict diplomatically and stop the endless wars that we have experienced.
We're going to get to everyone, but Vice President Biden,
Yes.
President Trump's decision to kill the Iranian General Soleimani without first going to Congress. Are there any circumstances
Vice President Biden, say the name Qasim Soleimani.
where you would take military action
Say it
without
3 times.
congressional approval?
Iran, the first time as a 20-year-old kid against the war in Vietnam on the grounds that only
Say it 3 times till the drawing clock.
Joe's trying to say he was also against the Vietnam War.
Informed consent of the American people. And with regard
We
to
need affirmative consent to the American people before we touch them in the war area.
We want them to say yes at every step of the invasion.
Is it okay if I station troops in Kuwait? Is it okay if I station troops in Saudi Arabia? Are you sure? Can I move them closer to the holy city of Mecca?
They're going to come to us. They've come to us before, they'll come to us again. So it's a
And it's like, yeah, you can borrow a cup of sugar, pal. Me and my sister were talking about Hey Fat. No, Hey Fat was cool because all the like liberal Warren response was like, this is disgusting. He's fat shaming someone. It's like, no, his brain is falling apart. Like he just saw a man and went, listen, fat, I love my son. Like he just had a stroke and he wants to be president. That's now you're missing the important thing that happened.
Signed by the president. That was
And it really was the forest for the trees.
Yeah.
Gave authority to deal with these other issues.
Mayor Buttigieg.
That authorization needs to be replaced.
Exactly. We tried.
Shut the fuck up, Sonny. I will tan your hide.
Oh, Catherine, someone in the chat just said Vanderpod for life at Catherine.
Primo podcast.
Where's Andrew Yang, by the way?
She didn't make it.
Andrew Yang passed away today. It's very sad.
If our troops can summon the courage to go overseas into harm's way,
Shut up.
If our troops like me.
Can some of the courage to Lisa Dodge Charger to really
on whether they ought to be president.
Consider this.
Anytime, which I hope will never happen, but anytime I'm compelled to use force and seek that authorization, we will have a 3-year sunset. So that
I would love to have a claw
not
helmet.
only the decision about whether
You'd be the first person to do a claw.
I think I would.
I'm pretty sure that's happened.
Not documented on
Not documented on stream.
No, it would have gone viral. This is it. This is your shot.
I'm gonna go viral. It's the first claw helmet.
You're finally gonna win a Webby Award.
I will do that.
We need an authorization for the use of military force before we take this nation.
Once it's authorized, then of course we should do it.
It's obvious.
Once all the forms have been filled out.
Chief, I will do. But I just want to be clear. Everyone on this stage talks about nobody wants endless war.
I'm good.
The question is, when and how do you plan to get out of it?
Wait,
You know,
wait.
On Send Armed
I'm getting
Services,
a large
we
number
have
of
one
bench.
general after another
The best
in
situation is
Afghanistan
taken care
who
of.
comes in and says, you know, we've just turned the corner. And now it's all going to be different. And then what happens? It's all the same for another year. Someone new comes in and we've just turned the corner. We've turned the corner so many times we're going in circles in these regions.
Shout out
This
Post
is
Malone.
not to stop. It's not enough to say someday we're going to get out. No one on the ground, none of our military can describe what the conditions are for getting out.
Anyway, so I'll be voting for the next Trump
Mr. Steyer, would a President Steyer use military force as a deterrent?
Yo, this
When
sucks.
Wolf
Blitzer sucks shit. This is one of the
this is one of the
I thought
worst
this was
debates
going to
I've
be
ever
instantly entertaining, and this whole first 20 minutes have been sucked ass.
You missed it. He asked Tom Steyer when President Steyer would use military force, and Tom Steyer said when his wife moves in with a new guy.
Okay, what about this damn Joe Rogan?
He is going from
He
crisis.
did great.
He would do it a million times
Yeah, he would be a
better.
much better moderator than this.
He has guys who look good at it.
Exactly.
And also, fewer people was part of it. Less.
Yeah.
Blitzer played Celebrity Jeopardy, which is the easiest mode they have besides teams, and he got a negative 13,000 points. He is a dollar.
Jeopardy.
You know what? I would say that criticizing former AIPAC lobbyists is a kind of anti-Semitism.
I agree.
And I resent the entire direction of this conversation.
No, let's boycott this stream.
And yeah, can we get some F's in chat for anti-Semitism?
I also identify as a wolf, and I just think like this is not okay.
In the Middle East.
When Wolf Blitzer,
These questions suck. They're awful.
Wolf Blitzer has yipped the debate.
It's because Wolf Blitzer loves the commander-in-chief shit.
Yeah. Are you a bad enough dude to launch an unprovoked cruise missile strike?
Okay, new question.
It blows up an aspen
Wait,
factory and
new
kills
question.
5,000 people.
Trump said, quote,
New rules.
"As much as I'm the United States,
This is Mayor Pete committing that he would.
It's already getting wacky, and he's not even wearing a beer helmet.
Mayor Pete is about to say that we will never ever give up.
But unfortunately,
Okay, I'm getting one bottle of water, and that one is mine. We all
We have 6 bottles of water.
I want
Get 6 bottles of
Oh.
water.
My sister just said, shit, Biden's stupid again.
it was working, certified that it was preventing progress toward a nuclear
I hate
Iran
his tone.
by gutting that.
My
I'm pro or anti-nuke now.
Would you promise
It's
that
like the
Iran,
only way
wait,
we're
wait,
ever gonna see
would
it.
you promise that Iran will never have a nuclear weapon as Tripoli? I will promise that they will have a
Yes,
nuclear weapon.
yes. I promise that they should.
I'm annoyed that
That is also very much like a trick question where it's like, I don't
technical term for it.
live
The
there. How can I?
JCPOA, that first letter J.
Well, I mean, they're saying, would you go to war to prevent them?
But it's just
I
like
know,
the
but that's literally something you can't.
Okay.
That's the Jeremy Corbyn question about.
Yeah, try it. Try it. Here's what I would do. I would give Iran the second set of those 2 keys that they have to put into the thing and put it at the same
Not
time.
just in America.
No, what I would do is I would park like a bunch of Trident nuclear subs
That Iran does
into a
not
fucking port garage, just toss them the keys and walk away.
The chat desperately
And
wants to
just
hear
to be
from
clear,
Liz.
would you allow Iran to become?
Does he have any takes for so far?
Nobody takes. No pressure or anything.
My husband says he's going to deliver a message.
Nuclear. By the way,
Oh, good.
nuclear
We're gonna get a Maddie B stats take.
Despite this president's coziness with Vladimir Putin, we actually seem to be
Shut up.
further away from being able to work with Russia on things like the renewal of START. We've got to move
His
away
eyebrows also
not
kind of
more
suck.
No, I think he had like microblading or
from
something.
stateless potential.
Yeah, he looks like one of those guys in the 90s with like
Honestly,
razor blade edge thing in the eyebrow.
I want to get that done, but I'm scared of it.
I'm scared of it too.
It.
I've seen him. I've seen him.
He just looks like one of the guys that they use for
I
motion
think you'd
capture
like
for the
it.
Alvin and the
Yeah.
Chipmunks movies.
I have like just very sparse eyebrows.
Yeah. Honestly, I think it would look really good.
It doesn't work because I don't have
You
enough.
can also-
I
you can
still
also
do
get it
everything.
done.
I still do the old school like with
Oh, chill
mascara.
out. Chill out. You can also get it done in a way that like looks natural.
Yeah.
What do you think about it? You want to try to break into this microblading conversation?
They might have money.
You trying to silence
Like whenever there's like a high flash on a camera, my eyebrows go away and I look like one of those 90s Calvin Klein models that shake out their eyebrows.
Completely
Just look really shocked.
Yeah.
But also like the mood emoji.
Oh shit, she's bringing people together.
Yeah, no, it does.
She's gonna bring people together.
Totally out of control.
Respect to CNN for not bringing up the giant, the whole story.
The fucking huge elephant in the room. They're just gonna spend.
I mean, like, I'm kind of grateful. Like, I wanted foreign
No,
policy. I just didn't want it to
if
be
they
this
don't
fucking
ask Liz Warren about that, then
No,
they're
I'm
firmly.
not
going to. What the fuck?
I think they're probably not going to.
I think you're right.
Yeah, no,
I think
you're
they would
right.
have done it in the first question if they were gonna do it at all.
No. I think they're gonna bury
I think
it.
they're gonna. Yes, no, I said I think they're gonna bury it.
Yeah. They're like, this is serious, this is not about sniping.
Right.
And then they're gonna be like,
No, and by not by
Which
not
is basically
asking,
not asking it at
but
all.
by not asking that at
Yeah.
all is a huge gift to her.
I mean, all of
a
these
huge
questions
gift.
are like not asking questions at all because no one except us watches these things.
I think everyone tunes out about like a third of the way or half the way.
Oh, fuck this.
Which we should.
Yeah.
But there's a street we charge $3.
This sucks out. This debate sucks.
Matt, give Liz the microphone.
I didn't know there was a mic, but I appreciate
What,
it.
Liz? Are you
Mike, do you want to say something into my bowl here?
I'm good at the moment.
Okay.
So that's just
But
asshole.
I will alert you.
Full.
Yeah, all in one being a
Matt
drunken
State,
asshole.
Okay.
She's pretty more than anyone else.
Yeah, yeah. That is just disrupting movie games.
Yeah,
New York Metropolitan
Yeah, this with free with this hat is a drunken disorderly arrest.
Before we reported extensively both about moving forward the whole notion of defense against nuclear
This
weapons.
sucks shit.
And Chinese
Also, like, I feel like this is so CNN, like, because
we're gonna move and protect
most
our
people
interests as
literally
UK
don't think politically
Yeah,
about
they got a
North
survey
Korea
here.
or
Yeah, it's
anything.
you don't really.
Because they're like, I don't know, it's over there. Like, most people default
Literally,
positions
the rule has to be
of
at 60
kind of
yeah.
based on, like, I don't know, none of my business. And when people get really mad about, like, most Americans can't find North Korea on a map, it's like, good.
My
Good.
I would not
Stop worrying
No,
about
like,
Yeah. Mind your business.
the more people, Americans, study and learn about the rest of the world and get degrees to do it, the more fucking psycho they get.
Yup.
Then they start becoming Pete Buttigieg. Then they start fucking working for the CIA and McKinsey.
We should learn geography only through, like, Anthony Bourdain shows. Where we're just like, that's what they eat there. And we're like, oh, what an amazing culture. And then we can't find it on a map. We know very little about them. We have a cursory, introductory Howard Zinn look of the history of the region. That's kind of interesting.
Everybody wants, it's like, do you really think anyone cares for Ron as a United States? You think
No, and
Americans
like, also,
care?
aren't really, only chronic CNN watchers are obsessed with, like, what's North Korea gonna do? It's like paranoia.
The Israel likers are the only ones who
So
care.
every
Yes.
But that's not a lot of people.
Hey.
I don't know if most people realize all of the countries that are
The
doing
Israel likers.
it.
I like that.
Lots and lots of them.
Who's got this
Yeah,
really
we got a couple Israel
I bet you don't think France has
France has news.
Russia has
Yeah.
You trust those frickin'
Pakistan is a nuke. India is a nuke. They all have nukes.
We're like 75.
And all of them got them without our permission.
Chapo is 75% there to enriching the uranium.
Go there and make people not.
I know.
Interestingly,
And the
interestingly,
world keeps spinning on its axis. How crazy.
interestingly, Japan does not have a nuke, but they do have Akira.
See, I don't like her last name. I don't like it.
That's a very,
Japan is
Very Wehrmacht last name.
I do not like it.
What? Wait.
Yes.
What the-
I don't like
Plan
her.
Parenthood?
I don't like her.
Question.
Ilsa, she will be DSS face.
That you're going to vote against it. Aren't modest improvements better than?
Wait, hold on a second.
For the farmers and manufacturers who have been devastated here in Iowa?
The answer is we could do much better than a Trump-led trade deal. This deal, and I think the proponents of it acknowledge, will result in the continuation of the loss of hundreds of thousands of good-paying jobs.
No one understands.
By the way, who voted for this deal?
Literally no one
Warren voted for it, and Kamala outflanked her from the left on
And
it.
against permanent global trade relations with China.
Damn.
Is that
Strategy.
we have forced American workers to
Plans.
compete
I
against
like the
people
idea of like
in
a
Mexico, in China,
standout Kamala being like, I don't know, I
elsewhere,
like farmers.
wages, $1. Every major
They're
environmental
How about this farm up?
Vineyards are really important
because
to
it
me.
does not even have the phrase climate change in it. And given the fact that climate change is right now the greatest threat facing this planet.
Talk about
I would not vote for a
vaping.
trade agreement that does not incorporate
Legalize.
very strong fossil fuel emissions in the world.
But Senator Sanders, to be clear, the AFL-CIO supports this deal.
Oh,
Are you
fuck.
unwilling to compromise?
What is in that look too? Like voguing at the camera with fucking
Wait.
Organization in this country, including the Sunrise Organization, who are supporting my candidacy, opposes it.
Just indoors.
So I happen to be, but I hope we will talk about climate change.
This lady's name sounds like she knew his family. That was,
She wants to talk to Bernie about OSHA regulations on guard towers.
She's really hardballing it, but you can tell there's a personal thing.
Yeah, she's got a real kind of comp going on.
Senator Warren, you support the
Anyone need a beer?
USMCA. Why is Senator
Also,
Sanders
like,
wrong?
why is he wrong? That's a hard question.
Yeah.
Things like,
God damn.
they just have their own independent politics and they end up fucking endorsing shit for all kinds of
Because
reasons.
it is in the interest of the American people.
No one knows what that is. No one's following the AFL-CIO.
We have farmers here in
Most
Iowa
members
who
probably
are
are.
hurting. And they are hurting because of
There's
the
like twice the amount of people
trade
watching the
wars.
stream who
We
normally
have
watch our
workers
stream.
who are
Really?
hurting
Yeah, I think it's
because
because Liz is
the
here.
agreements
Maybe there's
are
some real
going
Liz
to
there.
cut-
Also,
You know it's always a good start when you have to
People are
defend.
asking.
deal
Sorry.
is a modest.
People are asking two
Senator
things.
Sanders himself
Like, who's the
said
hot
so.
woman? And I keep being like, it's Liz, it's Liz. Everyone's saying, and the other most requested thing is, can Matt show his feeties?
you do not want to see that.
No, you don't. You
Don't want to see
There
that.
were some
This
requests
is
for
what it's like being the girl on Chapo.
Well,
I'm
that's
literally
not
less
right.
sexually interesting than Matt's feet.
No, what's Liz? I mean, you know.
Not just a trade policy.
There are a lot of
written
ampersands
for
in the
big
chat already.
international companies.
Yes, there are. There are, Amber, I'm telling you.
Look, we can all talk about whatever we're our
People are
theory
just
for
like,
why
there's a
more
new
people
woman
are watching.
involved.
The answer is the hack.
It's not so easy.
It's the hack. That's what
Honestly,
everyone's watching.
all I'm saying is,
Hold on, I want to see. This is like the first time he's
I mean, this guy.
invited to take part.
Senator Warren is right in saying we need to bring the stakeholders to the table. That is the family farmers here in Iowa and in Vermont and around the
We
country.
have this like
That is the environmental
industrial
community.
power
That is the
toilet
workers.
that goes off every
Bottom
once in a
line-
while. Like one of the ones where you could like flush a dog. Sometimes use the bathroom. I'm pretty sure it takes us.
I wish we could have flushed that
And
dog
I
around your
want to
apartment.
hit reality here.
Oh.
On here.
No, we had this like we were trying to record.
I think
it,
Amy's
this
going
fucking
after
dog.
Bernie here.
Yeah, like the whole time.
And then I was like, oh, that's great news.
A yappy dog or a barky dog?
Oh, barking dog is worse because they're louder.
And then I was just like, all right, let's pack it up. And then I got up and then stopped.
Are we using paper towels
Should we
instead of
start
paper
to
towels?
make the use so that we get it just start going.
That worker brought out a coat rack of
Did you give me beer?
uniforms, and he said, these are my friends. They don't work very hard. And their names were embroidered on the uniform. Derek.
Oh yeah, this is a beverage. The luge.
I'm happy to do.
These are real players like that. They're serious. So what was it? They support the US.
Oh, I get these for audio passes. They still sell. Nobody's saying that like we're not.
An IV drip of beer.
Yeah.
Rushing into your belly.
No, it's too much.
I do enjoy how it's like really
Design.
like
Put an IV
There's a really cool roof that we should go up to.
It felt amazing. I felt great all night. You look such a good shit.
I need that right
No
now.
one follows this.
I need that right now.
Literally no one follows this. This is
I need
on
it
the
right
front
now.
page of Monday Night Times. Like, this is not.
We got.
If we ever need to raise money or anything, we should just do one of these streams and me and Amber can take our shoes off.
Oh yeah. No, we're very
That's against TOS. That is
It's
against
banned
TOS.
immediately.
Yeah.
Selling.
We would be free from
Two
this
are out.
prison.
Two are out.
Your
Too
slice of the pie.
The comparable six pack is fine.
Everyone will
Up
be
to you.
comparable. And that promise.
Dealer's choice.
May I have a gentleman's six
What
pack?
the fuck are they talking about now?
Hard about it.
One time I got in an Uber and the driver asked if he could take a picture of my feet because I was wearing high heels he wanted to buy for his girlfriend.
Okay.
Okay.
I was like,
Totally plausible story.
Yeah.
Based on their own.
I have no reason.
Hey, can you just like come to my garage really quick? I have like a small model town I need to stomp on. Just for, it's like for a project, Mike.
Would you come destroy Morrowind for me?
Yeah. Yeah.
Environmentalists and labor at the table. And there will be no trade agreement until we invest more in American workers. We should be putting our money and our
Joe got through half a sentence. That's up. Incredible.
No,
He's
give
fine.
him a benzene IV drip.
No, Joe is like Joe last debate. The reason he was vibing so hard last debate is He found Dexies in his suit pocket that he last used in like 1972.
Michael Flynn has been drawing his guilty pleas.
Let's go, baby.
They only
Well,
get
it's because they were both the deal, and so
exactly.
he doesn't like have an incentive.
Okay.
Here you go.
Daddy's talking.
The guy who
Daddy's talking.
Jay Schaffner noticed. And that is NAFTA, TNTR with China, other trade agreements were written
Here we
for
go.
reasonable, and that is to increase the profits of large multinational corporations. And the end result of those two, just TNTR with China, Joe, and NAFTA, cost us some 4 million jobs as part of the race to the bottom. I am sick and tired, and will not tolerate it. And we will use the power of the federal contracting system. If a corporation in America wants to shut down in Iowa or Vermont or any place else, and then they think they're going to get online for a generous federal contract, they've got another thing going. We need some corporate responsibility here, and we need to protect good-paying jobs in America, not even those.
This is real East Coast values over here.
Oh, I thought he tried to win Iowa. Sorry.
He really is sick and tired. When he says he's sick and tired, he's just like
You feel it. You feel
he
it.
is absolutely just
Enforceable agreements.
Let me hear Joe's response to this shit.
And approved with the trade agreement with Mexico, and that's what we should be doing in any agreement we have. But let's get back to the basics here. If we
Let's
don't
get back to the building blocks, Mac. When they're scattered all around the playroom.
Friends and allies. We make up 25% of the world's economy. We got to bring the other 25% of our allies along with us.
What?
Why are there 25%?
Okay, listen, Jack. When you got 25% here, 25% there, you're half of the way to 100%, 50%. You know what they call that? They call that an Italian's 100%. Okay? I want you to listen. We have 13%. We have 13% of the world's. We have 13% of the world's core stores here in Delaware. And by God, you should go in there and get an ice milk. Walk out the next day, your nickel should be there if you left it on the counter.
I can see
That's
him
character.
being like, I can see him being like, you know, they love it when Bernie starts saying the numbers. I can say numbers.
Yeah,
I can
yeah.
talk about the percents.
He said
He's
we had
vibing
25
with numbers.
He said we had 25% of the world's economy, and we need 25% of our
Of
allies.
our remaining allies.
Our remaining what?
He's vibing. He's vibing.
Corporations that have cut our trade deals.
So
Everybody
didn't she just vote for Trump's
did.
trade deal?
And we need to put some standards in place. You want to be able to sell
Standards.
She is the most horoscope ass. She does the same thing on foreign policy too. She's like, we can't have endless wars. I mean, you know, I'm not gonna say which ones we shouldn't have, but you know, vaguely I understand.
She's doing dry readings.
They've been crushed by the current administration.
This girl has contoured a chin where there wasn't one.
She's an admirer of Coco Chanel for many reasons.
On the first day, I would get rid of these waivers that Senator Klobuchar was referring to oil refiners.
This is such a boring debate.
This sucks.
Also, like, they're talking about trade in ways that, like, literally no one pays attention to.
I feel like
even the people that watch CNN constantly.
You know, I really
I
hate to
pay
say it,
attention to
but like
trade.
PBS losing the failing New York Times.
They were the best debate by far.
Best, like so much better. Both of those debates.
MSNBC and CNN, their debates have been dog shit. They've been awful.
Because it's all for, like, 12 nerds that
Look,
watch
the
election.
average age of a CNN viewer is 63. The average age of an MSNBC viewer is 61. They've been on TV for sexagenarians for the last 2 fucking decades.
Okay.
Of course,
We're
they're
like
gonna ruin
sexy
this shit.
Wait, I need to bring this up again because going into this debate, the only thing I wanted to see was making Warren address the fucking attack on Sanders. And now I'm convinced that they're just going to bury that.
They have to. Like, I think they're gonna put it at the end, but like, I want to see it because like it almost seems like they know that they're being boring.
Yeah.
But I mean, if they like value dignity over like what their idea of dignity over like what people actually care about, like they're just suicide bombing their network.
This is really interesting because a big line from Warren supporters about why this thing happened is that they were like, CNN is just juicing this so they can get ratings for their debate. That's clearly not the case because they would have led with that question to her first fucking question.
I want to see it. I it would be insane if they didn't show it, but I think at this point it's possible that they don't. Because like, that is literally the biggest
The
conflict.
question is, are we going to make sure any of this?
It's been 48 hours of lying Lizzie. Pinocchio haunted.
Lying Liz. Lying Liz is at it again.
For literally decades. The other
She
day,
loves
there
overplaying
was
her hand.
a kid at one of my events raised his hand and he pointed out that
He keeps
is
telling me
still
dumb
in
stories.
his 90s.
I really despise this man.
He will sit in judgment over what we do. Not just what we on this.
Episcopalian pretending to believe in God. Take a drink.
Whether we
It is literally, you know,
the
the
national project it will require
what
to
is it,
meet
the
our
Halloween,
climate
the thing
goals,
where they just
to
make up a
actually
fake story about
just
things that didn't
rejoin
happen.
the
Like there was a
project,
bank.
that's paper.
Like he's doing
But
that.
to actually move on from the fossil-dependent economy we live in today.
Okay, but let's not turn to an issue that's come up in the last 48 hours. Senator Sanders. CNN reported yesterday that, and Senator Warren confirmed in a statement.
Okay,
wait.
wait.
You told her that you did not believe that a woman could win the election. Why did you say that?
They're burying you.
Well, as a matter of fact, I didn't say.
Why did you?
And I don't want to waste a whole lot of time on this, because this is what Donald Trump and maybe some of the media want. Anybody knows me, knows that it's incomprehensible that I would think that a woman could not be president of the United States. Go to YouTube today.
She did the
There's some videos of me 30 years ago talking about how a woman could become president of the United States. In 2015, I deferred, in fact, to Senator Warren. There was a movement to draft Senator Warren to run for president. And you know what? I said, stay back. Senator Warren decided not to run, and I did run afterwards. Hillary Clinton won the popular vote by 3 million votes. How could anybody in a million years not believe that a woman could become president of the United States? And let me be very clear. If any of the women on this stage or any of the men on this stage win the nomination, I hope that's not the case. I hope it's me. But if they do, I will do everything in my power to make sure that they are elected in order to defeat the most dangerous president in the history of our country.
So Senator Sanders, I do want to be clear here. You're saying that you never told Senator Warren that a woman could not win the election.
That is correct.
Ooh. Senator Warren, what did you think when Senator Sanders said the election?
You bitch.
I disagreed.
With what?
Bernie is my friend, and I'm not here to try to fight with Bernie.
Have you heard this before,
But look,
folks?
this question about whether or not a woman can be president has been raised, and it's time for us to attack it head on.
She's dodging.
And I think the best way to talk about who can win
Say whether
is
or
by
not
looking
he
at
said it.
the
Wait.
winning record.
Joker.
So, can a woman beat Donald Trump? Look at the men on this stage. Collectively, they have lost
She filled
10
out on the
elections.
exact same
She's
language you
the
were
only
saying.
people on this stage.
Sorry, wait.
No, she's dodging
No,
it.
It's done.
Come on, you're give her answer.
Amy, Joe, and me.
She fell back on the language of the statement and then pivoted
Yeah,
away.
she's dodging.
She
She's not
didn't
saying-
call him a liar. It's
Who has beaten an incumbent Republican any time in the past 30 years is me. And here's what I know. The real danger that we face as Democrats is picking a candidate who can't pull our party together or someone who takes for granted big parts of the Democratic constituency. We need a candidate who will excite all parts of the Democratic Party, bring everyone in, and give everyone a Democrat to believe in. That's my plan, and that is why I'm going to win.
She's
So
wrong.
why are you
That's
alienating
false.
Bernie's
About the
base?
incoming thing. That's false.
that was
Wait, there's no follow-up term. They're just going straight to Klobuchar.
Yeah.
Whenever you asked when he said that, after she conceded, did you not
Wait.
say that?
She asked.
I disagree. With what?
Wait.
She said, what did you think when he said that?
The moderator implied that.
But it was based on CNN's reporting, so they're taking that as
Right.
fact.
From this stage, I
Don't
point
you?
out that
Yes,
you don't-
that's
No,
why.
it was MJ
That's why
Lee.
the question
Wait a second.
was.
MJ Lee
Yes,
was a
but
CNN.
after
You don't have
hearing
to
a
be
rebuttal,
the
Yeah.
skinniest
then you
person in
still
the
don't
room.
do that.
I
You
don't
say,
be the loudest person. You
How
have
would
to
you
be
So
respond?
she
calm.
retreated
And
to,
when you
okay,
look
back
at
to
the
my
facts,
reporting.
Michigan has
right?
the
I thought it was MJ. Wait. I thought it was.
the only word she said
MJ
was,
Lee is CNN.
what did you think
Yeah.
And no, it's
when
MJ.
he said
Chris
that?
Kobach.
I read today that MJ Lane is the one that basically said to Warren, I was in that room and I know what was said, and that's why the Warren's campaign is backing off on it.
I would
That's
add
it.
to
see that.
That's what I saw.
Competent to
Warren
win,
was the
and you
source
have
of
to
it.
know
The
what you're
only
doing.
credible thing to do as a journalist is say, okay, I'm here with you. Elizabeth Warren, did he say it? What did he say?
Okay.
No, but she's the ultimate source of the story.
She dodged. She fell back on the language of the statement, and then she redirected.
They said all the
I think they gave her a girl power moment.
Yeah.
No, dude, this was an absolute work by CNN for Warren.
Yeah,
This was
100%.
She denied it, and then
He
the
said that's
moderator
not what
said.
happened, and then she asked him a second time, so you're saying that didn't happen, and he said, yes, I'm saying that didn't happen, and then she said, Lizzie, how did you feel when he said that?
Yes.
That's
Yeah, no, that is.
But again, falling back on their own report.
Wait, 1 second, 1 second.
Right?
Running for Congress.
When?
1990. Congressman. Number two.
Not good under pressure.
There is any debate.
Wasn't that 30 years ago?
Shut up!
Congressman.
And I said, I was the only
Oh,
one who's
Jesus
been an
Christ.
incumbent Republican in 30 years.
Well, 30 years ago, it's 1990, as a matter of fact. But I don't know that that's the major issue of the day. I think what the major issue of the day is, does anybody in their right mind think that a woman cannot be elected president? That's enough. Nobody believes that. Hillary Clinton got 3 million votes, more votes than Trump. So who believes that a woman can't win? Of course a woman can win. But the real question is, how do we beat Trump? And the only way we beat Trump is by a campaign of energy and excitement, and a campaign that has by far the largest voter turnout in the history of this country. And I believe that our campaign has the strongest grassroots movement.
Thank
We
you.
have been endorsed by many
Senator
grassroots
Warren,
organizations.
Senator
That's why
Warren,
we
I
win.
want to give you the final word.
Of course you do.
No
shit!
Since Donald Trump was elected,
Jesus fucking
women
Christ.
candidates have outperformed men candidates
Why are you
in
still talking
competitive
about this?
races. And in 2018, we took back the House, we took back
Push
the
this
state
fucking
houses
choke artist.
because of women candidates and women voters.
She's agreeing.
Look, don't deny that the question is there. Back in the 1960s, people asked,
When
could
you were a
Catholic
Republican?
win? Back in 2008, people asked if an African American could win. In both
When the
times,
Central
the
Park 5
Democratic
prosecutor
Party
hosted a
stepped
fundraiser
up
for
So
you.
and
she's
said
trying
yes,
to force
got
this
behind their
to be
candidate
a referendum
and
on whether a
changed
woman can
America.
win by
That's
putting it in
who we
Bernie's
are.
mouth.
Vice President Biden.
But no one
All right.
Yes.
Yes.
I agree, women can win.
Yes.
I love him.
Campaign for in terms of competence. But the real issue is who can bring the whole party together. It represents all elements of the party.
And it'd have to be a combination of a woman and a man. I'm
not
ready.
there yet. We're just not
I'm ready. I'm ready to get the surgery, Jack. I could be both. Okay.
We need to represent the 5 elements of hip hop.
Yeah.
MCing, DJ, breakdancing, graffiti.
I will get surgically attached to a woman. She can not be party. Jack.
Oh my God.
I still think Bernie won that.
Okay, what
I think he did, but I also hate her more than I
Wait a second.
I think he looked genuinely heartbroken that she went like so fucking in on it.
What about their exchange
really
about?
petty and bitchy.
Yes.
What about that exchange about how I defeated an incumbent Republican? In
She
1990?
froze up, but then it looked a little petty that they were squabbling over.
Yeah, I
what
don't know.
30 years
I don't
means.
know if that came off.
I think it's important that she was unwilling to say, no, you did say that.
Yes.
But she didn't.
I have to.
She
I
didn't say
have
any
to.
lie.
Hold on a second. I
She's
cannot.
trying to split the difference, not
Hold
call
on.
liar, but also say she doesn't like that he's
Yes.
wrong.
But the
That's the
moderator.
thing she tried to do with the Native American thing, where she's trying to also she's half convinced herself of it, and then she just kind of makes up a way that it possibly could be true because she can't prove that it's not true, and then when you prove that it's not true, she's like, and then just completely avoids it, and then never gets in any fucking trouble for it.
I think that what happened with this dinner with them and the comments that were said or not said in that debate is exactly like the Native American thing, in that she has been telling a version of the story that is embellished and makes her sound good to the people around her ever since it happened. they took that with it, got out front of it, knowing that she's embellished this thing in her head about what he said about how a woman can't be president. The same way her mother saying your high cheekbones, I mean, you're Indian, she's been saying that for fucking years. But more than that, I mean, again, I shouldn't be this way, but I'm fucking dumbfounded that CNN did not actually try to get her on the record about what was said.
She said, I disagree. With what?
Well, the
She
question she
fell
asked
back on the language of the statement that she had already
you
put
understand,
out.
the question that she asked was, what did you think when he said
Right,
that?
she said,
I disagreed.
No, she said, I disagree with a D?
Yeah.
Oh, so she's,
Said,
okay.
I disagreed with him.
Wow, so
She
she's
didn't
saying
call Bernie a liar.
She did.
She did. Well, she just did. No, she did.
It's just it was an assist.
Yes, she did.
It was an assist from CNN because, as you said, it's their story, and they don't want to go, well, our story must have been wrong then on live TV. They want the story to be true. They want Bernie to deny it, and then say, anyway, forget that. Liz, how did you feel when that definitely happened? Which is what they did.
That was that huge assist by that one moderator
Correct.
there, which I thought
Leanna
was...
Schickelgruber.
And as far as the viewing audience goes at home, we know CNN is different from a different station that would have probably asked the question a different way to get one over on their competitor. As far as the person watching at home goes, I think they go, well, I'm seeing it on TV. The TV is saying it happened, and then she says, yeah, thanks, I agree, it did happen.
No, and like, and here's the thing though. If this idea that like they like to gin up this beef for ratings, that's 100% not true. Their main motivation here is rat fucking Bernie. Because if it got ratings, they would have stuck it to her and made her get on the record.
That would have been more juicy.
Yeah, that would have been
Because
juicy.
CNN, if nothing else, is boring TV.
Yep.
Yeah. No, but I think the ideological agenda here trumps whatever thing they can about ratings or making a moment at the debate where people argue with each other.
Well, also after making themselves look good, right?
Yeah, because they got the story.
Maybe as a secondary objective to.
Can we get a shout out for I Want to Be a Boat? Prayers up. His uncle ate all the sweets while he was watching the debate.
Prayers up for I Want to Be a Boat.
Yeah. Like, let's keep in mind, like, we're watching this, but like, let's not forget people whose real lives and real uncles are affected by this. Whose uncles eat all their sweets because they can't afford any sweets of their own.
Liz, did you think that was like good or bad for Warren? Was that did they drag her across the line there?
I mean, she was trying to move it to this like question about, can a woman win or not? Because that's a useful question for her campaign, right? It's useful for her to be like, you can look at voting for me as this referendum on a broader issue of should there be a woman president. But I do think it's impossible to look at that and not see that there's this glaring issue of we haven't established the truth value of this allegation against Bernie. He flatly denies it. He's not saying I said something that was misinterpreted or she heard it wrong. He's just saying I didn't say that flat out. And Tulsi, of course, said that, she met with him privately and he never said that to her. So I think that's got to be a problem, right? That this is simply going to be a point of contention that they're simply not going to resolve, but they're still going to be friends. I mean, there's no way.
No, but it is smart of her. And granted, I don't think it'll matter that much because I just don't think there's as much intersection between Warren and Bernie supporters as people would like to think. But it is smart of her to turn this into, because I think she did it last minute. She figured out that no one likes her. She's saying, actually, a vote for me is a vote for whether or not you believe a woman could be president.
Opposes that. Still, there are some questions about what each of you would do. Senator
No,
Sanders,
there's no more questions about what they would do about healthcare. This has been the single question they've had every single
the
debate.
plan is going to cost. Don't voters deserve to see the price tag before you send them a bill?
Crack? I would like
tens
some.
of trillions of dollars.
Who's got some crack?
A spot of crack.
I would like a spot of crack right now.
This debate's like the previous debates on freaking crack.
Woman and child.
Aren't the CNN debates usually the worst ones?
Yes.
Yeah, like Jake Tapper.
Medicare.
When Bernie the serious
Look, I am counting my blessings that we did not have Jake Tapper fucking talk about.
Jake Tapper.
North Korea have a nuke.
Can I try to invite you,
7
Sammy?
million uninsured.
If Jake Tapper was here, he would be asking.
And while
asking
30,000 people die each year,
what he plans to
under
do about
Medicare for
anti-Semitism
one of the provisions
on-American
we have
campuses.
to pay
Like
is a
100%.
You would explain to her, like, excuse me, Bernie, why aren't you friends with Barry White? She's friends with everyone else in New York.
So
Why aren't you?
family in
What?
Don't you guys know each other?
Hey, 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 hey.
deserves to be in 23-hour day.
$12,000 a year. We save money on comprehensive health care because we take on the greed and the profiteering and the administrative nightmare that currently exists in our dysfunctional system.
Vice President Biden, does Senator Sanders oppose excise tax?
I think we need to be candid with voters.
So the Post is reporting this as being Sanders and Warren sparring over whether or not he said it. So that's how it's being received.
Okay, well that's good.
That means that her messaging is not.
It's not working.
Not
I hope, Matt, are you thinking of the suicide vest or what?
There's a way to do that.
Yeah.
Way to do that.
Warren and Sanders spar on stage over whether Sanders said a woman should win the presidency.
I mean, before we, taste the.
I got very negative. I'm sorry.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, they actually told me they don't like you.
Yeah.
It's crazy. They left. Yeah, no, they said, I hate Brendan. That was the last words they said.
Before we look at the group chat, I see it every time you say it.
I say it all every day, but I don't use it.
Get some positive vibes going. Let's get some tappers going in the chat. Get some rare tappers going.
Yeah.
I mean, we're seeing the difference between the debate where they're trying to marginalize Bernie and the debate where they're trying to fucking bring him down because he's actually a threat.
I mean,
this is always going to happen.
You can't get that bummed out about this.
Okay, here's the thing: is I would avoid getting bummed out about it because even with that mega assist from CNN, I am totally convinced that this attack is a complete dud. And
Yeah, no, I agree.
Affect anything.
I agree. No, you just like you can't get bummed out about shit like this because this is just like what CNN shit is gonna be like.
I mean, that's what he wants. It's fucking Biden. The fact that he gets to just skate around all of this is the fucking problem.
You're right. That is true. That is true.
And that is gonna. There's no solution to that problem as long as this fucking asshole is still in the race.
Wait a second, but Matt, he has had 2 moments tonight. He has had 2
cradle for it.
Well, what else am I gonna do? He's still not no dangle.
Matt, do you does that light flash? Turn it on the strobe mode.
Is there a flash?
Let me try it.
Yeah, see if you can get
But
it.
Matt, you said there were 2 moments in the first half of this where Bernie and Biden.
Oh, it's not a light.
Bernie went at Biden on trade deals and the war in Iraq. Those are 2 moments of contrast between the 2.
Yeah, I guess. I just don't know what idiot regular people think about anything.
Matt, if you're gonna use that, you have to say over at the end of it.
Yeah. That is a Bavarian busy box. They give that to Bavarian
you have to say over at the end of a transmission and shit like breaker and 10-3.
That's 10-4.
Oh shit, there's a whole bunch of Sierra Nevadas in here.
And mental health, I have a plan for
Oh,
that.
yeah, I'll take
And
one.
then finally, what should we do about long-term care?
Wait, are there bottles of beer or are there?
We need to make it easier for people to get long-term care insurance. We need to make it easier for them to pay for their premiums. My own dad, I know when his long-term
Liz, you don't want
care
any beer?
insurance ends. And then we have some savings for him. He's in assisted
Take one
living.
pregnancy.
He got married 3 times, whole other story, so there isn't much there. But then we go.
Amy's popping off. Amy's low-key vibing up there.
Matt's doing well.
Our
He sent
story
me a
is better
picture
than
of
so
him
many other
carrying
families.
our daughter
to
on
make
like
it
some
easier
kind of litter on his
Thank
neck.
you. Thank you, Senator.
Liz, can I see Matt's childcare spreadsheet that he's combined?
Senator Warren.
Which one?
So,
There are 2 children and several
36
different
million people
spreadsheets.
last year went to the doctor, got a prescription, this is what they
The
needed to
spreadsheets
get
are also
well,
his children.
and they couldn't
Yeah,
afford
they're
to
his
have the
favorite
prescription
children.
filled. They looked at it and said, it's either groceries or this prescription. My approach to this is we've got to get as much help to as many people as quickly as possible. I have worked out a plan where we can do that without raising taxes on middle-class families. By
Put all the groceries in one bag, but the bag won't be heavy.
I can do as president on the first day. We can cut the cost of prescription
God
drugs.
damn.
I'll use the power that's already given to the president
That is a lot of
to
beverages.
reduce the cost of insulin and EpiPens and HIV.
Can you just ask Biden to recall an event from 40 years ago? This fucking sucks.
And the Affordable Care
I'm like
Act.
so not having
I
fun.
want to expand healthcare, but let's keep in
Someone
mind.
says
when we come
I've
to
met
general
Matt Brunig
election,
and he's kind of
we
an
have
asshole.
reps.
No, that's not true at all.
That's not true.
That's
Really
fucking
is a
completely not
sweetheart
true.
of a man. I've met him several
Who has
times.
cut healthcare
He's an
for
angel.
millions of people and is still trying to
That's
do
very
that.
sweet.
I'll take our side of the argument any day. We're going to
Thank you,
beat
Senator
you.
Warren. Vice President Biden.
The proposal I lay out does in fact limit drug costs.
Thank you. Have a good night.
It sets up, allows all
Yes.
They'll come in to, excuse me, it'll allow.
Dude, he's vibing. He's vibing.
The price is set.
Dude, I'm trying to listen to Joe.
Okay, so this person says, I met Matt Brunig, I kissed him on the lips, they were soft and tender. That is true.
That sounds right.
In the Obamacare expanded.
He has to like move his hands to remember how to get through a word. like when Joe Biden talks, he has to do this to be like, all right, Jack, we're halfway through this sentence. We're gonna make it all the way down the hill. If he doesn't move his hands, he really forgets where he's at.
What?
Let us know when you're ready to put the clause in.
As any other advanced country in the world. And I do happen to agree with Vice President Biden.
Don't get depressed.
We should move and develop the Affordable Care Act with a public option. But the real question is this. This is not a new problem. Why don't we have a conversation?
This is not a new problem, okay? My wife, every problem my wife brought up with our lawyer has been something we've argued about before.
Matt, Felix, somebody actually asked this, and now I can't stop thinking about it. Where did the idea that Tom Steyer was divorced?
It happened.
I think that's, yeah.
No, that's true.
No,
He
he's
divorced
not
his wife and then ran for president. That's not made up.
No, he's not divorced.
Yeah, he is.
There's running for president to win his wife back.
This is I'm very embarrassed.
The chat is.
Oh, one of Will's nuts peeked out during the stream.
Also true.
There's some perverts in the chat.
That
is disgusting.
Wow.
How dare they?
Class families and the middle class.
Yeah, no babies.
Let us be clear what Medicare.
They want me to comment on the alcohol article in the Atlantic.
What's the alcohol article in the
It
Atlantic?
ends the
Someone wrote about like
deductibles.
prohibition
It
on
ends
alcohol, like
out-of-pocket
state
expenses.
monopolies.
It takes on the
Control supply, and they
pharmaceutical
interviewed me
industry.
because I get dragged.
You're semi.
I'm a teetotaler.
teetotaler,
I
yeah.
drink. And she was like, "Why do people drag you for it?" And I was like, "I don't know. It's usually something else, you know. It turns into that." But I am here to turn Chapo into a pro-prohibition podcast, and that is
Not gonna happen.
Wait. I would become a pro-prohibition podcast provided, and I think you would agree that we can keep every other drug.
Yeah, no. Well, no, that's like
Felix already doesn't drink.
Yeah,
so.
no, I don't drink, Liz. I can't. I have a pancreatic condition, but it's also I do believe alcohol is demonic.
It's called
I do agree that it is. It's crap.
That's the pancreatic condition.
Yeah.
I would say that, I'm not opposed to drinking alcohol, obviously, but far and away, though, the most dangerous drug in American life is alcohol.
Obviously.
And then alcohol is like made in labs. It's disgusting. Then you have like pure stuff like Dilaudid that comes
From the
from
earth.
nature that you can pick up off the ground and just chew.
Like when I think about every drug experience in my life where either myself or someone else was close to being in danger, the only times that's been true of is when alcohol or liquor.
Right. The dangerous drugs: alcohol, marijuana.
No.
LSD.
No, wrong. Those are all healthy. Frankly, part of a balanced psychological.
Yeah, I'm actually wearing a T-shirt right now that heavily endorses the use of LSD.
Well,
LSD.
I think you'll find this interesting. Did you know that every mass shooter in American history was on LSD and mushrooms when they committed their act?
Yes.
I never heard that.
And every
MK Ultra subject.
Yeah, and every bystander that stopped a mass shooting was on fentanyl. It gives you the courage to stop them, to be a hero.
Ted Kaczynski was dosed with LSD for 100 days without his knowledge at Harvard.
So was
And
Wendy
it made him
Bulger.
violent, yeah.
What?
So was Wendy Bulger, right?
Right, and that made it, that awakened
And
his,
Alcatraz.
his Irish crime DNA.
I would realize that's the grand bargain. We ban all alcohol in the
Legalize
country,
everything else.
but we become Portugal. All drugs.
I would love to become Portugal.
No, that's the deal, and I will accept that. Because fuck alcohol. Alcohol sucks. You drink alcohol.
It's not that great. It's not that
legal. If you get a hangover, it sucks.
No,
But
it
it's
makes
legal.
it makes you fat and sick. Not that
It's
there's anything
legal,
wrong with
doesn't
being
matter.
fat, but
I
it's
don't
generally
talk about.
unhealthy.
I don't talk about any experiences with other substances. I don't talk about it.
Okay. We don't have.
Virgil, it's time.
But you can read
What?
my pro legal.
It's time to load me up with some claws.
Oh yeah, we'll grab a couple of claws.
This is a first, people. We
Do
are
you
creating.
want the same flavor or two different flavors? Do you want to see what the flavor?
That's a different flavor.
Raspberry and black
Two different
cherry?
flavors. Two different
What
flavors.
is it? What is this?
This
It's
is
claw.
hard and
There's still
seltzer.
some in the tube, Matt.
Oh, I'll
Yeah,
suck
so,
it up.
yeah.
Does it taste good?
Yes, it does.
Yeah, what that
Okay,
now?
now, what flavor profile would you like? Ruby grapefruit, black cherry, raspberry? What combo do you want here? Do you want the lime?
Lime mixes with everything.
Yeah, lime does mix.
Lime and the black cherry.
Yeah, excellent
Cherry
choice.
limeade.
Cherry
Here
lime.
we go.
Excellent choice,
Alright,
Monsignor.
let's
Yeah, there's still more in one of the.
Virgil is your claw sommelier.
There's still more in one of them. You're gonna have to like really give it a good suck.
Matt Crispin self-suck on camera right now.
All right, tube is empty. The tube's official.
Okay.
Are you crying?
I'm a little crying.
Crack one.
I have been
Wait, Matt, hold still.
I am holding still.
Here.
I have been waterboarding myself with beer for the last hour.
You have your fingernails.
Matt's ready to say whatever we want him to say.
Okay,
To make this stop.
Yes. I will help you compromise to a permanent end.
Keep in mind that. Oh, wait, I got an idea. Here, hang on.
They are shaped differently than beer cans, so it might be a little difficult.
Matt
That's gonna fall.
just texted me, this Buttigieg stuff is my shit. I don't know what that means.
I'm having a lot more fun now that we've completely stopped.
Yeah,
paying attention to this
we're just
bullshit.
having a fun time.
I only want to hear Joe.
Yeah, Joe's the only fun one now.
That was really funny after the whole exchange, and then he just goes,
Listen,
I know women can win.
Listen, Jack. I believe I can unite all the men, women. I can.
That was funny when you were like, you have to do one half.
Yeah. I will get surgically attached.
Okay, Matt,
to
you're
a
gonna have to
woman.
be careful. Please.
I will get the surgery. I will be conjoined twins with a woman of their choosing.
Oh wait, yeah, hang on.
I will be Chang and Aang for women. Thank you. I like how Joe's brain is literally just fucking falling out of both of his ears out there.
And he's probably going to be the nominee.
That's why the eye was...
No, he's not, Matt. Stop fucking being...
Mr. Doom and Gloom.
Yeah, really.
Just have your white claw.
Okay.
Matt, have you talked to a psychiatrist about prescribing Dilaudid or Opana or Oxycontin?
No, I do hallucinogens.
Nature's antidepressants.
I do
Those
not
don't
like
work.
those.
Those are crap.
No, they're way better. I do not like opiates. They scare me. All right, I'll
Well, yeah, because they cause you.
All right, breaker. Let's try this flavor profile.
You're ready to go.
Here we go.
This is the world's first.
The world premiere of the claw helmet.
That's why we set this up in a way to solve the problem without running
Yeah?
$40 trillion.
Fuck, I wish that was me.
You
There's
wish you
another
were in France?
helmet over there.
There's another. There are more helmets.
Where's
I think it was-
No, I'm not doing it. Don't. No. Just one helmet.
No. Here we go. Virgil, you want it? You got it.
It's delicious. It's delightful. It's slightly less
The
suffocating.
microphone won't work though. You did it that way. But you can do
Oh, fuck. Well, if I can't have the microphone, I can do that.
Yeah, sorry. I'm the only one with
It's a
this website.
farce. No, absolutely not.
I'm the only genius who brought a 6-volt battery so that I could own the airwaves. Hey, Brendan, we're breaking history. I have a claw helmet.
Apparently, Pete and Liz are fighting.
Okay.
Yeah.
Apparently, Pete and Liz are fighting
Oh,
right now.
the fight is broken out at Model UN.
Then Senator Warren, you acknowledged.
Yeah, Amy beat them both.
Hit there right away. You got
Shit on both of them.
that said on page 8, which is why I didn't get on it, that you would
Warren,
kick
you said you'd be writing
149
M&Ms
million
on the
Americans
meeting, but
off
you
their
brought
current health
stickers.
insurance. Then, a few
No,
months ago,
Liz
you
and
said
Peter
no,
Model
they're
UN.
going to
Amy is like the
to
field
get-
hockey player. They're both
And I think that was some
Correct.
acknowledgement that maybe what we're talking about is true.
Because I
And
love the
don't
emergency
buy
vehicle
that it's not
chargers.
enough.
For years,
It's a
you had told me
big,
about
big
this
step to
fantasy
save people making
figure called
$100,000
Minnesotan,
a year.
and I never understood what that was. Like your stories collectively were just so baffling to me. And then she shows up, and I'm like, oh, that's what Felix is.
She makes sense, right?
The Minnesotan is like the Mandalorian.
Yeah, it was like
a chimera that you
This
had
is the way.
invented. Wait a second. Fuck this bullshit. This is what people want to hear about. Liz, do you like The Mandalorian? Have you watched it?
Yeah.
Let's go. You liked it?
I did.
I thought it was pretty good.
I thought it was pretty. It was like fun.
It was great, and it's going to be like a great kind of like Monster of the Week show. You know?
Yeah. Well,
Did
like-
you guys see the new thing about how like they found like somebody leaked the Colin Trevorrow
I
script?
did see
and
that.
everybody's like, actually, it's better.
No, it's so-
I, no,
so
I,
sad.
I
It's
looked
awful.
at it's so dumb.
I watched Book of Henry.
Wow.
Oh.
That was when I broke my new TV on.
All right. So they're giving Daddy a question. Let's go.
What happens to the insurance industry if there's Medicare fraud? Well,
We
no.
built
Well,
a
you think?
Medicare program,
What happened to fight?
a transition fund of many, many billions of dollars that will provide for up to 5 years income and health care and job training for those people. But here is the issue. Tom Steyer made the point a moment ago. We are now spending twice as much.
I'm Tom.
I'm Tom Steyer. That is insane. In some cases, 10 times more for prescription drugs. Why is that? Why is that?
They're in that
and
zone.
the answer is the greed and corruption of the drug companies
Tom
and
Steyer
the
looks like
insurance
somebody
companies.
training places.
And if we want to do what every other major country on earth does, and guarantee people health care as a human right, not a privilege. You know what we have to do? We are finally going to have to stand up to the healthcare industry and end hundreds of billions of dollars of waste and profiteering.
I just want to emphasize what Senator Sanders said.
There we go.
This
Thank
is
you.
not.
He's just
Thank
putting
you,
an
Tom.
exclamation point on it
Between
in the
what
chat.
Senator
Tom Sayers has done less damage to the last conversation.
Honestly, everyone looks at Tom Sawyer and thinks that's not going to be president. What are you talking about?
And we're not
But
negotiating.
I don't know. There's been some shocking
And
poll
you've given
results.
tax
He's number
cuts
2 in
to
Nevada.
the
But that's just
Number
because
2 in
of
South
that is
Carolina.
just because of his ad spend.
For decades.
Yeah, but
Like you can't.
okay,
Yeah.
what if it just
We're
works?
having their way with the
That's what's
American
aging
people.
him.
Steyer is backing up
Spends
Bernie
money
Sanders
on
right
drugs.
now.
He's raised his life for us. He's raising all his cash.
I saw him on the phone. What the hell scares?
We're going to
I'm
have
gonna die anyway.
Those aren't Bernie voters, those are Biden voters. If they vote for Steyer instead, that's great.
That's why I'm for
That's a good point,
two.
Matt.
All Steyer voters are Biden voters. They have low info, not caring too much. They see him on TV a lot. You want them voting for Steyer and not fucking Biden.
Vice President Biden.
I would argue that
Here's the deal.
the biggest breakthrough in recent time was us being able to do in our administration what 5 Democratic presidents couldn't get done, and that is pass Obamacare. It was a big deal.
Yeah. Jimmy Carter didn't pass Obamacare. What an asshole.
Democratic presidents couldn't do a
Couldn't pass Obamacare.
So you're kind of Lyndon Johnson. You gotta hear.
Now you think about it, Jack. William McKinley couldn't pass Obamacare. He didn't have the right name for it. We had to wait, Jack, until we had a man named Obama. And when he came around and said, "You're the horse I've been looking to go to town."
He said five Democratic presidents. That's Clinton,
Option to stay.
yes,
Carter,
Johnson,
Lyndon Johnson,
JFK,
Harry Truman.
They don't like it or do.
That's
or
fine.
they-
Couldn't pass Obamacare. That fucking idiot.
None of them did that.
You know who tried to do the single payer health care? Nixon.
What are the odds?
It's in contrast because two vastly better programs were done by Lyndon Johnson.
Yes.
Two easy to understand programs.
Johnson didn't try to pass Medicare and Medicaid.
Lyndon Johnson created the program that single-handedly ended senior citizens.
Bringing the life out of him,
You know what?
and you feel
The
bad.
last 5 Democratic presidents, none of them did anything about ISIS.
There you go.
That's our boy.
We gotta try something new.
We did what the last 5 Democratic presidents couldn't do. Kill Osama bin Laden.
The last 5 Democratic presidents did not have Trick Mirror by Giacomo in their best novels.
And that is lower the
They were not
prices of
listening to
certain
Lizzo.
prescription drugs.
Couldn't
I'll
help it.
lower the price of insulin. We already have the legal authority with the president to do that. The president just hasn't picked up and used it. I will lower the price of EpiPens, of HIV, AIDS
Would this
drugs.
be better
That's going to
if-
bring
What
a
if
lot
you
of
made them
relief to a
free?
lot of families
Or worse?
immediately. But you know, there are a whole lot of drugs, about 90% of drugs,
There are a
that
whole
are
lot of
not
drugs.
under
There's a
patent.
whole lot.
They're
There
generic
are.
Boy,
drugs.
don't we know.
And
Right here, in my
drug
bloodstream right
industry
now.
how to manipulate
Gotta
this
know.
industry to keep jerking the prices up and up and up.
Go
So
on.
my view
Ooh,
is
okay.
jerking competition. The government lets
Growing,
contracts
and growing, and growing,
They
and
let
growing,
contracts to
and
build buildings. They let contracts to build
Where's that?
military weapons. Let's
She
let
went to go get
contracts
cigarettes.
out. Put the
Yeah.
contracts
Chicken
out.
Yeah.
So that
Oh,
we
she wait, she
can
left
put
to get
more
cigarettes.
generic drugs out there and drive down those prices. This is
Very
a
hard to
way
sit
to
in
make
this thing.
Put it
Yeah,
there.
I had to stick up in cow.
Yeah, it's like you're in like
right.
finishing school with
Yes.
books on your
The
head.
whole idea behind it is get some
Got it.
competition
I'm a
out
dainty
there.
little boy. I'm a dainty special boy with a cool hat.
Mother says I'm to be an earl.
Ever since Monday, I shake the entire state.
Number one, I mentioned
I shall
that
count all the servants for me.
Number two, I have a plan, 137 things I found.
I shall wear my car hat and dinner every night and no one will say anything about it.
That are legal. And one of those things is that you can start bringing in.
go up in this after this.
She is.
Once again,
That's
she'll
good, though.
only bite from like Biden
That's
or
good.
Buttigieg. So
No, oh no, a clob bumped out of this is good news.
because Klopp would take, I would say Klopp takes evenly from Biden, Buttigieg,
And Warren, yes.
To be honest with you, Will, I mean, I'm not excited with you because I was hoping for a debate that would clarify things, and this just sucks.
No, this sucks.
What did, how can you expect that from CNN?
Yeah.
But like the last debate, that was what PBS New York Times was good.
Yeah, Joe Biden had a big.
We're gonna turn now to childcare, a huge expense for
Childcare.
many new families.
Who is
Hi,
this
Michael.
person?
She's the political reporter of the Des Moines Register. Mark Tracy wrote a profile of her today for the New York Times. She's yet again another person because she is a human organism that exists in the state of Iowa.
Oh, you would say that about a woman succeeding in journalism.
Look, she's doing Russian excellence right now, okay?
We've seen in Iowa over the last few years. How will you?
She's the lost sister from Prussian Blue.
Buttigieg's Annabelle
It
election.
makes no sense for childcare to cost 2/3 of somebody's income. We've got to drive it to 7% or below.
You're not great, it's better.
Meet professionals.
Yes, oh my God.
You say 9%, I say 7%.
I say my 5-cent titanium tax goes too
It
far.
makes no sense, and it must change, and we shouldn't be afraid
Where's the
to
claw?
put federal dollars.
Over here.
Can I get a call as well?
I have to say, I'm mixing the flavors as I'm doing. Tastes
Oh
Or
my
raspberry and
God.
grapefruit, but we have to stuff
No, this is good.
Raspberry?
Raspberry?
As well as child.
It's a lot of engineering.
You make it sound as the world's first double club.
You know those are stronger than beer.
Because when somebody.
No, they're not. They're like
I just want to make
5%.
sure you know.
Folks, this is a historic moment. Can we get some beer helmets going in the chat?
She's
Some helmets of beer going.
I don't actually think you can deploy that in the jet.
You can do a helmet and a beer emoji.
Oh, okay.
You can actually do a claw, an animal's claw.
Again,
Childcare.
there is not enough contour in the world to give that woman a
But not
chance.
childcare early learning.
Elizabeth Warren, what do you say about John Demjanjuk's railroading by the U.S. Department of Justice?
There is.
But understand this about plant, I've been there. You know, I remember when I was a young mom.
This chick is going to start like asking them to denounce the bombing of Dresden.
Teaching job, it was hard work. I was.
Oh, yeah, the murderer.
But
You
here's
think
the
we're
manslaughter.
Yeah, we went on
Matthew
one
Broderick.
childcare after another.
Stars
and it
this
just
movie
didn't
about
work.
like buying
If I hadn't been
a
saved
big
by
old
the
mansion.
I was ready for
Sorry,
that
You did
job.
do
And I
work.
think about how many women of my generation just got knocked off track and never got back on. How many of my daughters just got knocked off the track and don't get back on?
You guys want to like go to the roof after this and finish some beers? People do a roof after this?
Oh, yeah. Oh, it's great.
And then they had to get plastic surgery
So
and
we
like
cover childcare for all of our children and provide.
You know what else is
America
she's got like a scar and
exploiting the people who do this valuable work.
Yeah.
such a real
Yeah, again, he killed someone.
Childcare worker, preschool teacher in America. That's an investment in our babies. That's an investment in their moms and their daddies. And it's an investment in our teachers and in our families.
Senator Sanders will ensure universal child care program will be free for everyone regardless of income.
Wait, hold on a second.
Every psychologist
Hold on a
in
second.
the world knows. 0 through 4 most important years of human life, intellectually and emotionally. And yet our current child care system is an embarrassment. It is unaffordable. Child care workers are making...
Get those Finland baskets going in the chat, right?
No one else has mentioned this, right?
Fundamentally
Oh, I guess he was
priorities in America.
And if you
We
read the
should not
Family
be
Fun
one of the
Pack
few
from the
countries
People's
that
Policy
does not
Project,
have high quality, affordable
PPP.
child care. We should not be one of the
Link
only
the
major
PPP
countries
Patreon.
that guarantee access to all people and human rights. We should not be spending more than the 10 next countries on the military, hundreds of billions of dollars in subsidies for the fossil fuel industry.
My idea is that we will bring the soldiers home and make them watch the children.
Thank you.
You say the PCSD is going to be a problem? I don't think so.
Oh,
Joe Biden.
Long-term care is more expensive than
Joe
in-state
Biden.
public college
Yes.
tuition in more than half the country. Do you support free universal universal infant care?
It should be free universal infant care.
Yes!
You
Yes!
know, I was-
Biden's killing it.
Too. When my wife and daughter were killed, my 2 boys I had to raise. I was a senator, a young
He was
senator.
a
just
single
had been
parent?
sworn in. I commuted every single day.
Oh, I guess that was a bad taste.
Oh my fucking god.
500 miles a day. Excuse me, 250
This 40 years
miles
ago,
a
get
day.
over it.
Because I could not
No one's saying
afford
anything.
for my family.
Shout out
It was
Amtrak.
beyond my reach to be able to do it. And that's why there's several things we do. When I tripled
Why
the
doesn't he
amount
talk
of
about
money
himself
for
as a
Title I
single
schools,
parent
every
or-
child, 3, 4, 5 years old.
Because like
the
literally the only things in his life he remembers are like weird altercations that like segregated
Secondly,
little
I
child.
think we should have an $8,000.
Like he doesn't know, he doesn't remember what the fuck he's supposed to be talking
He
about.
doesn't know his kid's middle name.
No, like he doesn't know it.
250 miles, dollars, what?
I love him. He's doing so well.
He's getting those Clint Eastwood kind of eyeball
Bernie's
creases
right,
too.
we have to raise the salaries of the people who are doing the care. And I provided that as well. My time is up, I know, but I'm not gonna go over like everybody.
Mayor Buttigieg.
Whoa, whoa. Wait, good save, dude.
Yeah. I actually had more good things to say.
Yeah, I'm gonna stop talking now because I don't want to go over my time.
Free for the kids of millionaires. But lots of public services are available to the kids of rich people, like libraries and public schools. Why do you draw the line at public colleges and universities?
It's actually a good question.
Well, it's simple. We expect and hope for everyone to get through 12th grade. It's not the same for college. Now again,
Because
If you don't want it,
somebody
I draw the line there because that's where I draw the line.
Under my plan, it won't.
And of course,
Why and who's we?
80% of Americans.
Bernie's thing includes like technical colleges too, so it's not like people who don't want to go to a 4-year college.
But if you're in that top income bracket, don't get me wrong.
I also don't care if you don't graduate from high school. I don't expect that.
Okay, he said
you go ahead and pay that tuition because we could be using those.
He just said if you're in the top income bracket, I still wish you well.
Real choice about what we do with every single taxpayer dollar that we raise. And we need to be using that to support everybody.
Can we get some rats going?
Yeah, let's get some rats going.
Let's get some rats.
We have a rap problem.
That's minority.
There's a lot of attention.
I think that you guys have made
There was a
Midwestern.
Poor People's Campaign that's marching on Iowa
What?
right now, calling on
How
us to
dare
talk
you.
about this issue.
What's going on?
In politics, we're supposed to talk middle class. They know there's no scripture that says, as you've done under the middle class, so you've done under the
Wait, Liz, he's talking about scripture.
Target our
He said there's no scripture that says as you do into the middle class, you do unto me.
subsidizing the children.
That's true. That is true. Yeah, that's fact.
Zero in tuition of public colleges is the best use of those scarce
Senator Warren.
So look, the way I think we need to
mean,
do
I
this is we need a wealth tax in America.
I would need a couple of
It's about
claw
$50
helmets.
million to pay more. And
I would
that
need at least
means
2
that
claw
locally
helmets.
and
Has anyone pointed out yet that
taxes with
schools
wealth
are like
tax would be paying about $19
Where's
million
Mother Teresa?
No dad.
No.
No dads.
He says
No dads at all. Dessert for breakfast. No homework.
Well, I mean, like, I live in West Somerset here, you know.
Yes.
Yeah, class outside. They're so class.
Class outside this.
When I go back,
Yeah.
that's for you.
We teach each other.
You just bully each other.
Yeah. You just spit in each other's faces. That's K through 12.
No, we're not playing
Getting purple
All
marbles.
those who can finish their education. We make
No,
that
but
investment
yeah,
in
she's, I'm
university
here for her
college.
parents. Thank you, Senator. Senator Klobuchar.
Of course. I just spent 10 minutes on fucking
I appreciate your thoughts, Elizabeth, but I want to step back. I actually think that some of our colleagues who want free college for all aren't actually thinking big enough.
You should be on the research side. Absolutely.
He was one poll short.
Where are our job openings and what do we need? We are going to have
Someone
over
on
1
Twitter
million
also
openings
raises
for
the point
home
that,
health
like,
care workers that we don't know how to fill in the next 10 years. We are going to have over 100,000 jobs for nursing
in
assistants.
2019.
We, as my union friends know, we're going to have over 70,000 openings for our
Listen,
electricians.
I'm not going to
We're not
criticize
going to have a shortage of MBAs. We're going to have a shortage of plumbers.
Buy a
So
town
when you go to that, then you step back. Where should our money go?
What was
It should
that
go
noise?
into K through 12.
It says
It should go
car
into
crash
free
on here.
1 and 2 year degrees.
Yeah.
Like my dad got it, like my sister got
Thank
it.
you,
So
Senator
then he should go.
Klobuchar.
There's doorbell, car crash, dog bark.
Thank you, Senator
So the money
Klobuchar.
goes where it should go instead of to
It's
raise
dog.
She doesn't like Klobuchar.
have been entitled to free public.
I'm a little worried about this because I think Matt's getting too acclimated to the helmet. I think he's gonna start wearing it around just like on a day-to-day basis.
The helmet.
She does like pull up the rug shit.
The helmet is part of it.
I'm afraid that the helmet is actually whispering in his ear and directing his actions.
This is basically like Christine with a beer helmet.
Matt has stopped trying to accept life.
I'm just going to get waterboarded with alcohol until I pass out. By the way, I realized this thing. Oh, does it work? Yes. Oh, okay.
You have to realize that for the youngest kids, they're going to education.
Folks,
Somebody get the door.
it's Chapo season 5. Matt has a beer helmet.
Someone get the damn door! Someone get the door!
And Will is getting cat after cat after cat. Wait, is that the doorbell ringing or is that Matt's sound?
That's being cheeky.
We have been structural.
We need to start using money dramatically more for that.
We'll be back with more from CNN.
Wait, what did he say about black kids? No, I literally just caught the
I'll be right back. I'm gonna play a house call.
Brown
That's the
kids.
last thing I heard.
Brown kids. It said brown on the thing. Yeah, that's kind of
I mean, I like Lock, Stock.
Don't do that one on my body.
It's kind of by the numbers.
Oh, I'm gonna watch it. I'm sure I'm gonna be annoyed at it.
I love like
Amber, did you know?
Those are his only entertaining movies.
No, Lock, Stock, and Snatch are good.
Pop, Snap, yeah, they're both great. The problem though is I believe that like people can achieve great things if they're given the resources, if they have the ability to really, the resource constraint is not a part of our lives. I believe that when Guy Ritchie is given a budget for a Hollywood movie, everything goes to shit.
Yeah, it's true.
So even if this is the same vibes, it's all fun.
With restriction, I agree.
I watched his King Arthur movie with Charlie Hunnam on an airplane. It was it was not even fun to watch on
Did
an
you know he
airplane.
directed the live action Aladdin?
Yes, he did.
I will say though that his last crime movie, Rock and Roll with Gerard Butler, sucked.
Yeah,
and was bad.
Yeah.
So it's like he's not.
If this is good, it's gonna be acting.
I know it's a very like IMDb top 100 movies pick. But Lock, Stock, and Snatch are both very, very fun entertainment.
Snatch is better.
You like Snatch better? They're great. They're both great.
And you know what? Fuck everyone. Brad Pitt, delightful.
Yes, it's great. As the Pikey. Wait a second. All right. Fuck this shit. This is what people want to hear. This is what people want to hear. Liz Bruning, what was your movie of the year?
Yes.
Oh wow.
Not Rise of Skywalker.
No, I don't think that is up there. I mean, that's just a classic thing. Put it on for date night.
Yeah.
It's like
what episode you're not on?
Alright, wait.
I think 1970.
You like 1970?
I thought it was reasonably.
Okay, well we've got some beef here.
That's the point.
I know.
If you have to
I support it. And
World War One is interesting. I just thought that was the least interesting way to make a movie about World War
Yeah.
Like it got one guy running around. That's the opposite of World War One. World War One is 5,000 guys being killed at once.
That's true.
One guy? That's not World War One.
I have no long-term memories. So I had a baby in
It
July,
is,
so I
it
was
is.
kind of out of commission.
Antisocial behavior.
What's going on?
What are you, an animal?
Exactly.
What do you think the movie is?
Especially given the
Well,
problems.
Exactly.
My favorite movie that I enjoyed the most, like I had the most visceral enjoyment watching, was Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Okay.
Loved it.
That was fun.
It really
I think it's
set off,
maybe the best Tarantino movie. I really love Uncut Gems, but Late Contender, we watched it on the weekend. Richard Jewell is a phenomenal movie. Craig Walter Hauser, who plays Richard Jewell. I'm sorry, Sandler's great in Uncut Gems. He's better.
Really?
Absolutely.
Once again, we're doing anti-Semitism in bodies and spaces on the debate stream. Disgusting.
Maybe it is my because the thing about him is that he is a European square-headed peasant, and I guess there's some sort of race. Maybe I have some sort of genetic proclivity for him over Sandler and his schemings. But one way or the other, I found it more.
Non-zero.
And his character, it's great. Have you seen it yet?
No, I'm gonna see Jewel. I love Gems.
You will love
I
it.
want to see
It's
Gems. I
fantastic.
haven't seen Gems.
I want to realize, so you're a little bit handicapped in the movie race because you did just have a child.
Right, I
a
was
couple months
tapped
ago.
out
So you weren't.
in those movies.
You're run out to the movies or whatever.
Yeah. So I
Like,
mean,
basically,
I did see Rise of Skywalker. I went to see it the night it came out, and it was like I felt like, man, this is what I spent my night
horrific.
out on.
That is
All
horrific.
right, let me ask you this though:
My favorite.
what is the worst movie, Last Jedi or Rise of Skywalker?
That's really tough.
That's tough, right?
I mean, it's hard. I hate Last Jedi's politics.
Mm-hmm.
Rise of Skywalker is just nonsense. It's just garbage. It's like a corporate product where they focus groups in 100 fanfic slacks.
Yeah.
And
See, Matt said this when we came out of the movie, where it's like, Last Jedi was when they had their attempt at being like, no, we're gonna let like an auteur do this,
Yeah.
and then like do something completely on his
Different,
own and
yes.
different. And what he did was saw it. It was.
Whoa,
it
but
was
okay.
wait, no, let me just finish. Rise of Skywalker is them trying to go back on that.
yeah.
But what it created was something that is essentially totally meaningless.
Totally garbage. No, I mean, it's ridiculous all the way through. There's like, just, I mean, not only like fun, kitschy Star Wars plot holes, which are normal for this franchise, but just like
Is there some kind of
kind of offensively stupid
Yeah.
stuff. And like,
In order-
they
in order to
even
get
went
the
back
Blue
on the like having a
sponsorship, like, we
female
had to talk about a
hero
Yes.
thing, where like instead of being like
I said-
Luke and
I
like
said we,
just
I-
like fighting
I
with a lightsaber, she like becomes a healer.
Ray does not kick ass at all.
Yeah, like, and then you got someone
She's
who's
like, she's not a fighter, she's
on
becomes
the
a
air,
healer.
so like, you know.
Did Virgil just go into another debate stream?
What? Did Virgil go upstairs to go to the majority?
Yeah. Somebody just tweeted that.
Are you serious?
Yeah. That's
That is
literally
so
what he did.
Oh my god.
Daniel Benny, thank you for sending me this.
Oh my
Peak
god.
Virgil! That is peak.
That is
That is so good.
Don't let him back in.
We should
Yeah,
all,
Well, he has a key,
why
so
don't
it
we all
doesn't
go
matter.
up there?
That's a good
What's the
point.
thing? What's the thing?
Or do like that thing in the beginning of the second.
Felix is also outside.
Just,
so.
no, it locks from the outside.
Oh.
Oh.
Alright.
It's like that thing in the
Guys.
second Bourne movie where he slides the file cabinet under the door.
I come from a family where women regularly just steal their husband's cars. Lock the fucking door.
Liz, can I give you a movie recommendation though?
Please.
From this year? I would say the most underrated, slept on, legitimately, I think, great movie of this year was Todd Haynes' Dark Waters.
Incredible.
Yeah.
I've heard that. I haven't seen it.
I
That's
really
based
liked
on the
that.
Mariah Blake reporting on DuPont,
Yeah?
right? The Highline
Yeah,
story.
it was.
Yeah.
It was all based on that. I
Well,
think
it was
New York Times, right?
it was based on the Times Magazine
Oh,
story
is
by
it?
Nathaniel Rich.
Yeah.
Okay.
But there's a whole bunch of others.
There's a whole.
Yeah, this is like it's really the thing that he's so good at, because it's Haynes and he's so good. But like, there's just one moment in it that like just totally like broke my heart and like it really legitimately brought me to tears. And I'm not somebody who experiences emotion like that in the movie theater a lot.
I
And
feel
it
like
was-
you cry once a week.
Not true. Not true.
It
Not
is.
true. I even never cried. Well, I gotta work on that. But with Dark Waters, it's just a montage of just like describing the effects of like these chemicals on people and what it does to their lives. And he balances it between like maudlin and like it's not maudlin and it's not like preachy and it's just like deeply effective.
Sentimental?
It works.
No,
It's sentimental without being like it's not sappy and you don't like feel like
I don't mind a bit of
Exactly.
sentiment.
No, there was a couple scenes in that movie that really broke me. And the fact that it's all true is astonishing. It's like the movie I would compare it the closest to is Michael Mann's The Insider. But when this movie came out, I was just thinking, stock legal drama, issues movies, work for hire by Todd Haynes, who's usually like more of an art house director. It was John Senley in The Bachelor today that made the really good point that the movie that in Haynes' career that it's the closest to is Safe, which I don't know if you've seen that. Has anyone seen Safe?
Julianne Moore.
Julianne Moore.
Yeah,
That's like
also great.
it's massive. It's about a woman. It's a really like claustrophobic, almost horror movie about a woman who is either sympathetically or actually allergic to everything about modernity and like the modern world. Dark Waters is the true story of why the movie Safe happened.
It's like the actually poisonous
Yes,
elements of
exactly.
modernity.
Because Safe is like a psychological horror film
Yeah.
about like, is this just all in this woman's head or not? But like the claustrophobia and intensity of it is like,
Girls Chat says, I'm fine with a man having the presidency. It's a filthy job. They should have to do it.
The other thing about Dark Waters that he also does is like he has like these really like striking like visual metaphors for like the AIDS crisis. Like one of the like subjects in the movie, this guy is like like his whole family family's been like imbibing poison DuPont water for years. Like he develops lesions from his cancer. And there's like this kind of like sort of like visual language that Haynes is working with that just like blends like the pain that this farmer in West Virginia feels with like the same kind of pain that all sorts of other people are feeling. And he like universalizes it in this like really incredible way.
Well,
I love that movie, and it's such a shame it's not going to see more.
Well, now they're talking about impeachment. So
Yeah, I don't.
Then
that's
do you have some kind of obligation to the viewers? No, I mean no. I don't think anyone in the chat is complaining. Like, I'm having more fun time. I cannot follow this shit.
Also,
anymore.
again, here's your money back. Like,
yeah, it's impeachment. No one gives a fuck. Shut the fuck up.
Like I said, within the first 5
I do
minutes,
like that they just asked. They did just ask Tom Steyer, which I like. They said you spent $5 zillion trying to get Trump impeached. Will that money just have been thrown down the toilet if he doesn't get removed from office?
the thing is, he has so much that it doesn't matter.
And you know what, Liz?
Yeah, I just do that. I just burn it for fun.
Matt pointed this out about Steyer, but especially Bloomberg. This idea like, oh, he's going to spend $100 million to be president. What he's spending now on ads, which is like $120 million. He's spending like the interest he makes in a week. He's not losing money at all. Like it's like he's just spending money that he that his money makes.
Yeah. Buying a candy bar.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
Is it still my
So to let everyone know that you should stop drinking soda.
Sorry, Amber.
Oh, this is just like my holdover to like basic like here. This is the Christian thing. I just think it's a sin to make money off your money. And when you make that much money off your money, you should at least buy a Ferrari or something. Don't do something stupid with it, like get on the fucking debate stage.
So does this go till 11 or midnight?
I think 11.
We've always been here, Kat.
Do we want to like? I'm playing Chris now. Do we want to like take some questions?
No.
In the chat?
Never. Absolutely.
What happened to Felix? Where's Felix?
I have no idea.
Okay.
I'll look and see if there's any questions.
No, I'm doing it.
Oh, you're all right, fine. They're all going to be disgusting.
You look so serious.
I'm very serious. Pensively smoke, drink. I like the idea. Somebody asks you a question and you just think about it while tugging on your claw.
Smoke a blount? That's against TOS.
Is there a labor crisis in America?
Thoughts on Syria? You know that Felix is out of the room, so that simply won't work. Will Amber date me?
No.
I think
Okay, alright.
You're on it.
That's all right. I think these are almost. Yeah, these are dead.
This is an easy question.
Not
Did
quite.
this hurt Bernie?
No.
I don't fucking know. I don't know what these stupid hogs think.
I mean,
No one is watching this except us because we're insane.
yeah. I mean, I would
Like we have to accept that we are weird.
Well,
There's more claws? Double claws?
there's more claws in there.
That world weary sigh.
It is genuinely traumatic to drink out this thing. Because it's like, you can't stop it.
No,
And
Matt's
you
crying real tears.
Yeah, I've been crying.
Yeah.
Liz has been watching. I've been crying this
Last
whole
time you cried this much is when you were watching Cars 2.
Oh my God!
Brendan James, everybody.
That's all I got.
God damn it!
You shouldn't have ever let anyone know that.
On the street.
By the way, I saw today on Twitter, Virgil was making fun of Elizabeth Warren's dissembling on this ridiculous attack, and someone was just like, "Oh, typical, this is how men respond to women in power." I recommend that you watch the BBC documentary by Mary Beard, Women in Power, and see how some of the same arguments are being made in ancient Greece and Rome. And then Virgil just responds, "I think you should watch Cars 2. And the guy says, "Do I need to see Cars 1? And he says, "Actually, I think it enhances the experience not to have seen Cars 1. And then the guy literally replied, "I just signed into Disney Plus and watched the first 5 minutes and really liked it. Sometimes humor can be fun."
That is a psychopath.
Oh no.
Someone did suggest
Also,
something.
that makes me
That
think
man
that
wears other
like
people's
Virgil,
skin.
it has a power. He kind of diffuses bombs, but
He's
like
currently
psychologically.
yelling at Sam Cedar, so, alright, here's another good question.
Wait, so what is Virgil doing right
He's
now?
on the majority
He's
report.
doing one.
He's literally
Alright, another good question. Amber, I want to know what you would think. And
I'll get a regular
Who do you think
claw that I
Bernie's
can just
VP?
drink
If
like a
Bernie's the
regular
nominee,
Just a claw.
who's the best VP?
Just a
Gotta be Nina, right?
Liz, what do you think?
About what?
Bernie's
if
VP pick.
VP pick.
Predictions are ideal.
Oh.
I think like Nina's my prediction.
Who's your? Okay, that's your prediction.
Black cherry.
Black Sherry's good. I'll take that.
Oh, I would like one as
Amber,
well.
Nina Turner is your
Please.
prediction if we're betting on it, but who would be your ideal VP pick for Bernie?
Joe Rogan. Look, he's a man of the people. Bernie's got the economic stuff. Rogan has the populist edge.
Liz, what do you
He's
think?
got a base already.
Who do you think is the most likely person? If inshallah, if we are, if God wills it, if Bernie gets the nomination,
then your wish list.
Who's your who do you think is the most likely, and who do you think is your top pick, like dream candidate for VP for Sanders?
Likely, Ro Khanna or Pramila Jayapal.
Okay.
Oh, I had considered
Those
either
are
of them
both
actually.
Well, she's the big ups on the healthcare.
I don't trust
Khanna has done a lot of really, really impressive stuff on Yemen.
I don't trust her.
And then I think wish list. I really like Tammy Baldwin.
Oh, that would be good.
I stand
Felix is
Tammy.
about to kick through the door.
Like
the Kool-Aid man.
I interviewed her like way back in the day when I was a baby like student journalist. Yeah.
Did you have a good experience? Or?
I had a great experience. I showed up very hungover and she was very kind about it. And yeah.
She didn't like throw a steak or a ear.
No, she absolutely
There's some
didn't.
staff overlap between Tammy Baldwin's staff who've come over to the Bernie campaign.
She gets
I
elected
think I
to
knew that.
Wisconsin
I knew that.
very easily. It's kind of underappreciated. It's a
Right.
lesbian leftist senator
Yes.
who just
Who's
Yeah,
always
but Matt, in the Midwest, all women are lesbians.
There you go.
Sorry.
Trivia question for Matt. Who was the last major party presidential nominee whose only electoral experience was being a mayor?
only electoral experience.
Yeah.
Was being a mayor. Oh my God.
Wow.
What do you think? Keep talking. I gotta think about this.
Stump the buff?
Shut up. What do you think?
I've said in like conversations I would love to see like Sarah Nelson. I think she's good.
I'm a fan of Sarah Nelson.
I've also heard a lot of Barbara Lee.
I would actually prefer Sarah Nelson stay on the lines with the union though. Like
She's
literally,
very
keep
good.
pulling her from the
She's
ranks.
super effective.
She's making it look like the most radical union, at least from the top down, out
We
running.
can't like
right?
we can't we can't pick from our seed corn or whatever.
We're just
The thing is, though, the problem is there's such a thin slice, and he is so old.
Wait, okay,
It's
so
just very
how many people are watching this?
I don't know. I'm not because I don't care about numbers. We shouldn't
He's
care
like
about
80 years old. He could die.
How many people are watching what?
No.
Apparently, Cedar
Apparently our friends upstairs are denigrating the viewer counts that we have on this Twitch. I don't know what the numbers are.
Sam Cedar is comparing our viewership to
What's
his
his
on Twitch.
viewership?
Okay, well first of
I
all,
don't know. I'm not looking
losers
at
count
Twitch.
their
You're the one
viewers.
looking at it.
Only losers count their viewers. I don't even know.
Let's go up there and just paint.
Oh, someone in the chat is saying Cedar has 3,000 more viewers than us.
All right.
That's loser talk.
Get the chop.
Whatever.
Matt, you
Don't
got,
care.
you got anything?
Okay, that's cool. You're I don't know, Aerosmith, and we're the Velvet Underground.
There you go. There you go.
Is it Grover Cleveland?
I don't know. The
What
person
the
who
fuck?
provided the answer.
Alright, well, let's
You
look
took
it
too
up.
long.
If they don't know, then how the fuck am I supposed to look it up?
What else
They're
did
talking
they
about
want?
fracking.
What else do they want to hear?
I'm really glad actually we switched from stopping watching this debate to
There's
just
a
talking.
lot of chum to sort through.
Well, I mean,
I want to say
Oh,
I have
Sam
not-
Cedar talking mad. I thought it said cap, which was much more interesting to me. It's actually crap.
What's he saying?
He's doing cap talk.
I don't care. Someone says Bernie Sanders, Rashida Tlaib.
Okay.
That's alright.
Okay. All right.
Upper Midwest, state.
Ilhan Omar and Felix would max out.
Do you have to be U.S. born to be?
Yes.
Yeah, we do.
Because I think for
Vice
most,
too. Yeah.
probably couldn't.
Right.
That's
I
unfortunate.
hadn't considered Tammy Baldwin before, but I think that would be a very
She's
strong
been thrown
pick.
around.
They finally got a Democratic governor in Wisconsin too, so you wouldn't lose the Senate seat.
And he's a wonk. He's actually like kind of a proto Bernie in that he came up through the Department of Ed. Tony Evers. And he like apparently campaigned. Are you familiar? Are you familiar with him at all? Liz?
Yeah.
He's like a total wonk and also like has campaigned similarly to Bernie. Like basically, people are like, oh, this doesn't translate. Like this will never work. And yeah, or it did.
Well, he should of course make Matt ambassador to Finland.
Yep.
Oh, we had so much fun.
He would be so happy.
Did you look it up?
Are you ready to move to Helsinki?
To get a nice coat.
Yeah, you need one.
It does hurt me. You guys have visited
just walked around a lot, and he said that Finns don't talk to each other while they eat, which he really enjoyed.
Yeah.
I was in a very small restaurant, like a very small, very packed restaurant in Stockholm. I know that's not Finland, it's close. And like people were cheek to jowl, the kind of place where in New York it would be like you'd have to yell.
Yeah.
You could hear a pin drop. Like the table next to us was like 5 like middle-aged red-faced guys who were just downing bottles of wine. Everybody was still talking like this. Like nobody talks.
It must have been hell for you, Matt. You being in Scandinavia in that situation is like setting off a nuclear bomb.
They do have a very extreme drinking culture, though, to where they are silent and then they are berserkers.
Yeah.
That's where the Viking comes in.
I've tried to explain, like, and Will has been to Wisconsin, but I've tried to really, like, explain the culture. And you kind of can't explain a culture to someone of, like, Wisconsin and, you know, more broadly Midwest drinking culture, which is, like, I entered at, like, a local newspaper, and I would, like, type up the crime logs or, like, the incident reports, and it would be, like, you can get, like, 8 DUIs, and it's still a misdemeanor. Like, it was always, like, people on, like...
Whoa. Buttigieg getting asked about black voters.
Okay,
we're back.
I want to hear this.
What black voters? And if someone decided to choose another candidate.
The black voters who know me best are supporting me.
All 6 of them. What? His name is Tyrone Smithers.
He works at my work.
He works at my work. Are supporting me. And now, nationally, I'm proud that my campaign is co-chaired by a member of the Congressional Black Caucus and have support right here in Iowa from some of the most recognizable black elected leaders, from Mayor Hart of Waterloo to former Representative Mary in Blackstone County. Now, the biggest mistake we could make is to take black votes for granted, and I never will. The reason is because I already did.
Not now.
Any voter thinks that I'm...
They asked him why his numbers are so
Because
low,
of
and he's
the
like,
work
well,
that
they're
we've
not
done.
if you
Facing some of the
count
toughest
wrong.
If you're counting 5 black people on my payroll, then that's absurd.
Debate,
I have
or a
100%.
television panel or a committee room, but on the ground, issues from
Text words won't tell Sam Seager to come down
justice
here.
in policing.
Yeah,
I'm
okay.
proud to say we've been nationally recognized for our work as a race-informed city on delivering greater.
Wait, he's saying that South Bend has been nationally recognized as a race-informed city? Yeah, you bet it has.
What does that mean?
It's a race-informed? racial. It's a
Also,
utopia.
I do feel like if you have to be informed, it's because you have problems.
Yes, yeah. Oh, and they have.
Yeah,
They
that's
have.
just like, look, I'm amazing about knowing my blood alcohol.
Oh, they're asking about
Majority
socialism.
of voters say they are not enthusiastic about voting for a socialist. Does that put your chances of beating Donald Trump at risk?
Nope, not at all. And that is because the campaign that we are going to run will expose the fraudulency of who Donald Trump is. Donald Trump is corrupt, he is a pathological liar, and he is a fraud. Now, when Trump talks about socialism, what he talks about is giving hundreds of billions of dollars in tax breaks and subsidies to the fossil fuel industry. Donald Trump is a businessman, received $800 million in tax breaks and subsidies to build luxury housing. My democratic socialism says healthcare is a human right. We're going to raise the minimum wage to $15 an hour. We're going to make public colleges and universities tuition free. We're going to have a Green New Deal and create up to $20 million saving the planet for our children and our grandchildren. We are going to take on the greed and corruption of the pharmaceutical industry and the insurance company. That is what democratic socialism is about, and that will win this election.
Oh, man.
Mr. Steyer, you spent more than...
Okay.
No one's watching.
We faltered by basically we stopped watching the debate.
Yeah, someone said Biden fell apart.
Again?
No, how does something that is apart fall
Whoa,
apart?
Exactly. I don't know if it was teeth falling out apart. I sincerely don't.
Bernie's answer to the socialism thing is he says that like Donald Trump's the real socialist, but he's a socialist for rich people.
Yes.
Or, like there's socialism, like as Martin Luther King said, there's socialism for the rich and capitalism for the poor in America.
Yeah.
The way I think I would have liked to have seen Bernie answer that question if I was scripting it for him, it's like 2/3 say like they're hesitant to I would just say, Well, look at another poll that shows me beating him in X, Y, or Z state or nationally. Like, the people have already decided about this. It clearly isn't an issue. Like,
right, exactly. Or look at I don't think you should engage on that question at all. But pick any poll, and there's a poll that shows something else. Like, young people, a majority are not freaked out by socialism.
I mean, I hate to get into these conversations about predictive messaging when it comes to because it feels like part of the problem is that it's just that question presupposes so you're the front runner now. How do you deal with Trump attacking you and socialism or whatever? And part of it to me is that it's well, let's wait for him to actually run the table in I or whatever, and then that's when you can trot out that line because. If they'll say that poll, then that one of those CNN tweets is going to throw it back at him and be well actually, the majority of Americans, according to this poll from the Victims of Communism Foundation, say that blah 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 blah.
Well, I mean, but forget even the socialism thing. Whatever. I'm in the girls' chat here. I'm it's very weird that they're still operating off of this assumption that people are going to hear more federal spending and be like, ugh. And it's literally most people are yeah, we know the budget is there. No one likes a fucking cheapskate. They're completely. This is a perfect example of people completely underestimating where Americans are actually at. It is that Futurama thing where it's and here's the robot that underestimate the Midwest.
It's also about Democrats, particularly Bernie Warren not falling into the whole middle class tax thing. Because all he has to say is middle class taxes are going to go up actually, but it's no, it's Medicare for all.
Yeah.
You would be paying less. Yeah, maybe you're paying more taxes, but you wouldn't pay premiums or deductibles anymore. So it's like in New York, your net rent
the
or
only
whatever.
thing I use.
did Felix just
I think he just
I
left.
have no idea.
I think Felix left.
Are you sitting on a wet paper towel?
Oh, wait, can we talk about the assassination of the Chapo primary stream by the coward Virgil Texas? The stream trader who just literally
he's dead.
went upstairs.
Virgil is a front runner. At
Another
the end of the day,
debate
you
stream.
can't trust him in a firefight.
Fine by me.
All right. Take Bernie off the table. Assign a candidate to each Chapo.
Ooh, this is different.
Okay.
No one can be Bernie.
Ooh. Does it have to be people on the debate stage, or can it be some of the ones that are still hanging around?
I'll be expensive.
Amber, can I nominate somebody for Amber?
Alright.
Okay, that'd be good.
Okay.
Amber gets in.
Alright.
No, that's undisputed.
You understand
I'm the killer.
her ethos.
Yes.
I'm a killer. She's a killer.
Is Felix Biden?
We are
Felix is Biden by default.
Very erotic bricks on the end of a chain.
So we got Amber is Amy because they're both killers
Felix
from
is
the
Biden.
Midwest.
Felix is Biden.
Felix is Biden
Daniel
despite-
Day-Lewising Biden right now.
Are we
so
doing
yes.
guests as well?
Yes, obviously.
Yeah,
Can I nominate Kath to be the beautiful Marianne?
Oh, that's the nicest thing.
Wow.
Oh my god. Let's get some orbs in the chat.
Orbs.
Okay.
Orb light.
Vaccinate your kids, everyone, but also
Embrace your energies.
I'm
and-
sending out one of those media person tweets being you know what? I really missed Cory Booker on the stage tonight, but I'm saying it about
Marianne.
because I did indeed.
I miss
All right,
her.
We all missed her.
That's so
She
nice,
left
thank
the
you.
band.
I'm gonna nominate myself for someone. You tell me if you agree or not. I think I am Tom Steyer.
Yes, I was gonna say it.
I'm another rich idiot who's just tripped over his dick. Something, the golden goose. And then it's hey, I'm on stage, everybody. I'm here.
Also, you would absolutely wear that tartan tie.
But everyone likes
He said it was
you
good.
got
and
trip,
I
you got
agree with
trip,
you.
yeah.
I agree with you.
People are
It's a good
saying Matt is Delaney.
one. Why? Because I'm swole?
Wow.
Because I'm balding? Fuck you. Why am I
I
Delaney?
don't believe
I mean,
that.
this is
No. So who do we give Matt?
Okay, well, this is
angriest.
It's so hard with no Bernie on the table.
I think Matt's
the angriest.
What?
How
I think you're
fucking
Photoshop.
dare you?
Matt is
Sorry,
sorry.
you're Buttigieg because you're gay.
No. He's Buttigieg because he's Midwestern and he's straight.
Oh, call back.
You took the Amazon gift card away from me and just slid it across the table.
You can lay up.
I did, yeah. That was very good.
What's the last question?
Virgil is Liz Warren because they talk exactly the same.
I
I can take care of the beverages. I have a plan.
He doesn't.
How
Yeah, no,
about this though?
he has a-
Klobuchar is clearly very particular about how she takes her lunches and dinners.
That's true.
Something to consider.
Yeah. I mean,
But
I think
virtually passive
I think
aggressive.
you're all Klobuchar is what we were saying.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Well, so who's Brendan? Tulsi.
I'll be Tulsi.
Yeah.
I'm not
Yeah.
Tulsi.
You're like a sweet yourself, but like
You're
yes.
You've always come in the clutch.
Yep.
Yeah.
I would never accuse him of sexism.
Yep.
I think I've got Kamala energy.
Oh, for
I
sure.
think so, yeah. Lustrous hair. I mean, honestly, it was 90% of her campaign. She was
Taking
gorgeous.
it easy.
Yeah.
Tulsi?
Just
No, she's Kamala.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just laughing, having a good
Yeah,
time.
she didn't even seem that stressed when she dropped out. You know,
She's probably glad.
She has not felt stress for years.
Same.
She doesn't feel her hands.
Yeah.
No, me neither.
She can put her hand in a cup of boiling water and just
Like Blade
excellent
Runner.
in her
Just
hand.
grab it, right
You know
out
what?
of the
She
water.
was just like to French braid your hair.
Yeah.
Wow.
I would
The
love
chat is saying, have I ever been on the pod? Because I'm good.
I was
Wow.
there.
You've been on the pod twice.
Shock.
Are you gonna wait, Kevin?
I actually was.
Are you a 2 or 3 time guest? I think 3.
I think 3.
I thought 2.
No, I think 3.
Yeah?
I think maybe 3, but you've been on at least twice.
How do
Yes.
you think American Beauty measures up today?
Awful.
Not good.
Terrible.
Rewatch it.
No, honestly, anything,
Really?
anything
No,
that's-
do
In the
not.
late 90s. about
anything
the
that's
90s.
spacey and
Ooh.
those underage
Might as well be a
girl
different
vibes has aged
century.
really
Yeah,
well.
literally
it's amazing to me how swiftly the socioeconomic landscape was reorganized
Yeah.
after that movie came out in such a way that watching it now, you're
Yeah.
like, what planet were these people?
Yeah. It's like this guy's like,
so since I
I'm
was
basically
like-
a telemarketer, but he has a fucking house.
A beautiful house.
Yeah.
and
I haven't seen it
tons of
since
money.
I was too young for it, so I actually kind of want to
Yeah.
rewatch
We
it.
should do a rewatch.
Yeah.
Liz, I would venture a guess that like of the major films of the 90s, and American Beauty won like a zillion Oscars.
Yes.
It was a movie that I saw in theater and like blew me away when I was in high
So,
school.
Right.
by the way,
You were in high school then?
we've been watching the commercials too, and there have been commercials about how Medicare for All is bad,
Ooh, people are saying
and now there's a
things.
commercial for Botox. So
Yeah.
in case you wondered what CNN's target audience
That's ridiculous.
But
But
just
this
to
was
follow
Sam
the link,
Mendes.
Sam Mendes, right?
Yeah.
Better place.
American Beauty is of like the major films of the 90s. They clean up at the Oscars, and then I'm embarrassed to say it blew me away when I was in high school. American Beauty, in retrospect, suffers the biggest
Dog
gap
shit.
Oh,
between like it is a
Yeah.
terrible, not just a terrible, but an offensive
Yeah.
movie.
I know.
On every
he
level.
doesn't
You
fuck
look
the
back.
girl,
Right?
right?
You look
No,
back.
What do you
No.
want to say? No, what do you want? I mean, I will say there's like
Because
one.
he's above it. Like,
He's
yeah.
a selfish asshole that we're supposed to feel good for because he's finding himself
Yeah.
while his like daughter is like whatever.
And like his
Okay.
hardworking wife is supporting him.
Yes, I completely get your fucking shoes
Yes.
off the couch, you piece of
Also,
shit.
like the thing with the movie is that
Yes,
it's like, this whole like
dude.
aesthetic thing about how it's like, oh, like this paper bag is like simplicity.
First
and
of all,
beauty.
plastic
'Cause,
bag.
like,
Yeah,
Second of all, I will say, sitting at Splinter, I had these huge, beautiful windows, old Gawker office, overlooking 6th Avenue and a J. Crew, and not infrequently there would be a plastic bag blowing beautifully in the wind, and I never once failed to,
Think that there's so much beauty in the world that
Tear
sometimes
up.
your
no,
heart
just
could
think
break.
like, wow, I'm literally that bag for having a job. In
But just like look
No,
at
I would think
It's
like
like-
God, this city is filthy.
No, yeah,
But
yeah.
no,
It's a fucking disgusting city.
Throw
The
your
other thing
stuff
too
in the
is that he's the
trash bag.
perfect like Jordan Catalano guy where you think he's deep, but actually he's just
Oh, the Wes Bentley
I've seen,
character. Yeah.
I've only seen it once again when I
because
was
he's just
too
quiet and
young.
handsome. But at like 16, you're like, oh my god, he's
so
that
much going on
he's
in
a
there.
moron.
You know,
He literally films like
He's
leaves
a
blowing.
gorgeous
Yeah.
moron.
You know, the original ending of that movie involves a montage where it is depicted that Thora Birch and the guy,
Wes Bentley,
are falsely accused and convicted of the murder of
the dad.
Kevin
Wow.
Spacey.
Yeah.
And they go to prison, and that's the end of the
Man.
movie.
I would say this: it leaned very heavily on having a very good soundtrack.
Yes, which it did.
No,
It did. It had those beautiful marimba, whatever.
It had the,
Yeah.
and then the Annie Lennox.
Yes.
I feel like I need to get this in the chat. The original question asker is saying I fucked up the marriage trivia question because there's legit no answer. I didn't
You piece of shit! Fuck you! Fuck you!
Hey, I didn't realize DeWitt Clinton.
He was governor of New York also!
Lieutenant governor. So sit down in a
buff has not been stumped.
Yes.
You
It's not
piece of
gonna-
shit.
It takes a very big man to. Honestly, I was.
I
was
think
stunned.
this is about to turn off.
Oh yeah. All right. Well.
Do you want a little charge, guy?
Well, if I do the charge, then I'll lose the. All right, it's just 10% battery. This shit's almost over. Who cares? Okay, so if the stream just cuts out, it's just my phone went out of batteries. Bye bye. That's it.
Bye bye.
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 Are you driving?
I don't drive, but I'm gonna get a car.
When the debate's over, though, there's a beautiful roof on top of this building that looks over all downtown Brooklyn. So we should go up there.
We should go up there and drink.
Maybe just have a drink or
Are
hang
you
out.
gonna like push me?
Yeah.
Well, not off.
When Virgil invited me, I thought there was like a real likelihood that I would show up and no one would be here.
That is.
Really? No, we just leave halfway through.
Empty
Half
warehouse.
of us leave
and I'm
halfway
like,
through. That's,
Oh,
yeah.
like that rave we went to in Germany. Remember that?
Wait, what?
Yeah.
We stumbled into a warehouse rave in Germany.
But it was literally like the most desolate part of Berlin. We thought like if I had been in that situation in America, I would be like, well, I'm for sure getting murdered. But because it was a civilized country, I was like, this is fine.
Much of like the European.
I was amazed at how
capitals feel that way.
unscared I was.
Yeah.
When we were in
Oh
Germany,
God, I was like bullying people. Remember there was that guy with the staff? I'm
Yes.
like, I'm gonna take a shit.
Wasn't Virgil
There was a
wearing
guy
that
with, like, a
shiny
wizard staff.
jacket?
No.
We're dressed
I thought
normal,
that
and he had a
was
wizard
his,
staff. I'm like, I'm gonna take that guy's staff. And they're like, don't do it. But I just had this really hard bullying
I was
instinct.
trying to tell you.
the
to take
devil
it.
came
Yeah,
over you.
he was the
I was
devil.
the angel.
You're the angel.
I was saying take the staff.
What happened when you guys were in Berlin?
So Matt and I went to Berlin for a couple weeks. I was there on a research grant, and I was like trying to go into a building, and it said like Drucken, which I think is pull or something, and I was pushing. Anyway, the door wasn't opening, and this German guy behind me is like Drucken, and Matt thought that was hilarious and followed me around the rest of the trip, going Drucken, like every time I'd be at a door, and like we nearly came to blows over it. It was like, if you don't stop.
Well, this is interesting.
This is only funny to you.
It's only funny to you, and I'm like
Amber
being
pointed this
bullied
out
by
about-
Germans, and Matt was supporting them.
You're
in
doing
it.
the final club things finally.
Oh,
Alright, should we-
Wait, what did I point out? I always like to hear what
Tom
I
Steyer, you guys show us
Maybe.
big Lincoln
I want to
Chief
tell you how I
energy.
feel about the American people.
Oh, please do.
Oh, no.
I played team sports my entire life.
Okay.
The bond between teammates is deep and emotional.
Okay, coach.
Love. And as far as I
No
know,
chair.
the
That's
American
something we
people
know a lot
are my
about.
teammates. And if there's one
Coach
thing I
Owners,
will
what boiled
not
the
permit,
stress?
it is
Tell
someone
that to
run down the
Virgil.
field and kiss my teammates.
Shots at the fires
And
as
that's
they
exactly
should
what I've
have.
seen over the last
That
7
hoe
years,
ain't
traveling
loyal.
around this country, seeing these Republicans led by Mr. Trump basically kicking the American people in the face. I am prepared to take on Mr. Trump on the debate stage and take
I'm
him
prepared
down.
to kiss
He's calling him Mr. Trump.
On the left, I'm prepared to smooch Donald Trump as hard as it takes. Make America great again. I will deep tongue kiss
He says,
Donald
I'm going
Trump.
to be a good teammate.
This is his
I
swordfish
need the support
trombones era
of you
style.
and Congress so I can turn around and
Wow.
together,
Excellent reference.
and together
I will
save the world.
I will jack off.
And no one.
This is Alright, let me hear this rap. Let me hear this rap. Let me hear this rap.
To defeat Donald Trump. And to do it by such a big margin that we send Trumpism into the dustbin of history.
You would lose.
Well, we
You're the only one
cannot
that
take
states
the
you would
risk
You were not fit to
with
quote
so much
fucking
on the
Khrushchev,
line
man.
of trying to confront this president with the same Washington mindset and political warfare that led us to this point.
He is Washington mindset personified.
McKinsey.
By the spectacle
Jamie is the
and
Oh, he's talking about guided board
asking you
society.
to join me to help turn the page on our politics. If you're seeing the president boast about the Dow Jones, wondering whether any of that will ever get to your kitchen table, join me. If you're a voter of color, feeling taken for granted by politics as usual, join me. If you're used to voting for the other party, but right now...
Mother, please! Lay down your lives!
All of this, if we can summon the courage to break from the past.
Yeah,
It's like brown
That
corduroy
is
suit,
why I
the
wrote
hair.
Yeah.
That is why I'm
Mirrored sunglasses, black hair, jet black hair. A chimpanzee named Mr. Bugs.
and join me.
That was Jim Jones' chimp? It's
Yeah,
called
Mr.
Mr.
Bugs.
Bugs. Wow.
They killed the chimp.
Much is broken.
Lying Liz.
Lying
And
Liz!
just made notes about
Pocahontas.
the things we didn't get had to talk about tonight.
Pinocchio
How the
office,
disability
she said.
community is struggling for
She said we
support.
didn't talk about the disabled
How
community.
gun violence and active shooter drills.
We also
were
didn't get to
every
talk about
month in this country.
reproductive justice, or about the LGBTQ community. If you want to play that game,
Women of color are at risk.
Why didn't we talk about everything?
Here's the take. Why is she dressed like Hillary when she conceded?
That's a good point.
Yes!
Seriously.
She wore purple. She wore a very similar suit.
No, she's on that grimace shit.
And it's filled with hope because I see this
I mean, give
as
us some
our
purple.
moment
She
in
uses like
history.
certain things.
Our moment
The
when
neighborhood,
no one is
it's only
left on the
makes you box here.
sidelines. Our moment when we
Older women, they wanna
understand
go up.
that it comes to
Yeah,
us
I don't feel
to
the color.
decide
I don't
the
like that
future
name.
of this country.
Imperial
It's bad color. It
John
doesn't
is on
look
purpose.
I just expect a bunch of senators to come out and start stabbing her.
You know what it is? She's too white for that purple.
A two Bernay.
She has an apron on, blush on, or like a
She looks like the Grimace's mom.
Oh, sorry.
Alright, here we go.
Daddy's talking. Daddy.
The major question. The major question is, how does it happen in the richest country in the history of the world that half of our people are living paycheck to paycheck, trying to get by $9-10 an hour?
Play the hits.
How does it happen that when the top 1% owns more wealth than the bottom 92%, 500,000 people are sleeping out on the streets tonight? How does it happen in this great country? We are the only major nation not to guarantee health care to all. How does it happen that we have a child care system which is dysfunctional, a criminal justice system which is broken and racist, an immigration system that needs reform? This is
Or
the
they're
moment
sitting in a tire.
when we've got to think big, not small. This is the moment when we've got to have the courage to take on the 1%, take on the greed and corruption of the corporate elite, and create an economy and create a government that works for all of us, not just the 1%.
Daddy!
Character
Come on, man.
is on the ballot.
Let me tell you.
Character.
Wait.
Wait.
Licorice tastes better. I'll say it
Hold
right now.
Not what Donald Trump is spewing out, the hate, the xenophobia, the racism. That's not who we are as a nation.
That's fine.
Everyone in this country
That's what
is
everyone hears
entitled
when
to
they
be
see him
treated with
anyway.
respect and dignity. Every single solitary person has to have a position that, in fact, we treat them with decency.
Huh?
It's about
I have
fundamental
your face out there.
decency. We in the United States of America can put up with, we can overcome 4 years of
Wait, let's drink it in.
Trump will be an absolute disaster and fundamentally change
He's
this
doing the
nation.
clip thing.
We have to restore America's soul, as I've said from the moment.
Oh
I
my
announced
God.
It is in jeopardy under this President of the United States. We need the world.
Dude, the
Or we
Obama.
need
He's
by
not
the
making
state,
sense.
Not by our power.
I don't know.
We in fact
If-
have
if
to
America's
regain
soul
the
needs more to
respect
you
of the
than
world
paycheck to
in order
paycheck, I
to
don't
be
know what
able
to
to
tell you.
change things. Ladies
know
and
what to
gentlemen, we are in a position right now where we have to remember who we are. This is the United
Where we
States
live.
of America.
What our names
There's
are.
not a single
What our home phone numbers are,
I feel like
who
we're
our
really
emergency
missing
contacts
Here
are.
we go.
Candidates, thank you.
Okay.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye, little piggy.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Cheers. Real quick though, I want to thank Liz Brunig for joining
Yeah.
us.
Thank you.
Cheers, everybody.
Wait a minute.
Good night.
Bye-bye.
Oh, fucking God.
Thank God.
Oh look.
That's so boring.
See ya.